Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Everyone, welcome to episode 124 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end is and we are
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie.
and we're gonna keep it going again because today we have another guest, another duo, fellow podcasters, my brother Babel and his boy Dom. They are Atlas Generation.
Say we are the Atlas
We are honored to be here.
Yeah, so this is
I'm honored to be here again.
Like we were chatting up before, but this is a real cool experience.
That's freaking
Awesome. Like when we were doing on the couch and stuff.
The little intro you had made me think, oh, we need to get on airtime.
I was like, wow, we are not doing it right.
Nah, everyone does it right for what they have going on at the time, and every time you add a little bit of something, you throw in another little thing that just makes it your show. So don't even worry about it. This is 2.5 years? 2.5 years now?
Yeah.
Deep with episodes, 124 episodes. Listen to the first few episodes, bro. I'm telling you right now. If you really want to see like where we are now and go back, listen to the first few episodes, and that'll show you like,
I've seen the ones with like the fold table, just you guys across from each other.
Yeah. We didn't even have videos on the first ones.
Oh,
That
really?
was our first ones. Our first ones were both audio Spotify ones for Broken Record.
Yeah. So
For copyright.
don't even worry about it. This shit is it's an ongoing process.
Right.
The most important thing that you do is keep the shit going. Don't stop. And and just don't quit, bro.
Even for holidays and birthdays and weddings, you do
up
not
everything.
take a fucking day off, or else you will be beaten mercilessly.
That's my fault. My bad. That's generally my
I thought
fault.
that was just every podcast.
No, it is.
I'm
It
sorry.
is. I guess it.
Enjoy your time off. Spend time with your families.
I'll be in the delivery room with the mic.
He will.
Like,
Nah, he'll
streaming
be
live from
editing.
what's up, guys? News
With a
with Johnny
baby.
Quest.
See,
One arm.
they're talking shit, but really, what it'll end up being is like if he can't make it, then it's a me and Johnny episode.
Yeah.
If Johnny can't make it, it's a me and Dave episode, and we just keep
We
on
both
going
can't
that way.
make it?
When I can't make it, unfortunately, that's
it. The
when
show
there's
doesn't
no
go on.
episode.
It's like pulling the battery out
We've
the
talked
controller.
about this.
Right? Yeah, it's just like,
Word.
well, I mean, I'll give them the keys and shit, but nah, it's just
Johnny and I
they'll
would
just be happy to
we'd
be
shoot
like,
the
nah.
shit for like 2 hours. We wouldn't. There'd be no
substance.
nothing. It'd just be us. Hey, going
Two
off.
dudes
We were
talking.
talking shit, and then when we're done, it's like, yo, did you press record on that shit?
Nah, shit.
We've done that
Nobody
before.
gets an
Absolutely
episode.
not. I remember y'all did that.
Yeah, we've done that before.
we've done like twice
I've lost 4 episodes countless times because of my dumbass.
Yeah, bro.
Countless times.
Then we had to re-record episode 4, right?
Yeah,
Because the entire thing just wasn't recording for
Bruh.
like 40 minutes.
We've been there. We
With
did
guests. With guests.
that. We
Yeah.
did that the first time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we did that shit. Damn, I forgot about that. Real early on too. Right? Yeah. There are a lot of growing pains, so don't even worry about it. You get it down, and we'll get the shit going. So,
right.
but I'm glad to have you guys here. The one thing I do like about y'all though, y'all do a lot of the like the in-person shit at festivals and stuff like that.
Man on the street.
Yeah, man on the street type of interviews, and I think that's dope. Because at first I would tell you like, "Yo, you're not on all the podcast stuff," but then you started growing more of a YouTube audience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Multimedia.
Yeah. So that's dope because you don't just have the podcast; you have other things going on.
Exactly.
They have playlists and shit that you could follow for to stay up to date on music and shit. So it's a legit little it's a legit thing that
We're
y'all
trying.
doing.
We're trying to stay versatile. At first we were gonna start with just doing podcasts, but I was like, yo, nobody gives a fuck about us. So let's just start
gotta
doing
build
other
somewhere
things.
else.
Let's start building relationships, with our audience and, showing them that we're not just a podcast. We can do anything.
You were talking about the growth like earlier, but like if you look at our videos, like the Brockport vid is like
I deleted it.
You deleted it? That's why I was like, where'd it even go? That bit's gone,
Where
isn't
did
it?
even go?
It was
Because-
terrible.
But like that video like is like the start of like really all of like our on the street type shit. And like you look at like that video and like our latest one editing wise, it's just like two different worlds. So
Yeah.
like
I stepped it up.
stepping it up, going crazy.
And that's all it really is. That's all it really is.
Just
Just keep it
continue to
going.
improve.
Keep it
Yep.
going. That's it.
Word.
And find your own. Because like
Lane.
I know they were talking about, yo, we might change the name. Nah, as long as nobody else fucking has it, make sure that Atlas Generation is y'all.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like
keep
with
putting out
insensitive
good
culture, I don't know if people, keep putting out good content. I don't care if people don't like our name, insensitive culture, or nothing like that. It is what it is. We are insensitive culture, and now we build that brand on it. So
It's probably the freaking logo I hate.
Bro, you hate the logo way too much, bro. If you want to change it,
We do need to.
Right? Nothing's set in stone, guys.
yeah,
No.
nothing's
Yeah.
ever set
Hell
in
no.
stone. It's always
Exactly.
evolving.
keep it moving. All right, so we already know we're gonna just continue with our normal scheduled program. So it's time for fucking questions. So Dave, hit
Let's
us up
get it.
with some random ass
Let's get
questions,
it.
bro.
All right, baby. First question. Would you rather your dick shed its skin like a snake or have it rattle like a rattlesnake every time you move?
Oh, okay. So like,
Oh man,
That's a good ass
that's a
question.
good ass question.
I already have an answer.
How
Facts.
often is
do
it
too.
shedding?
Yeah, I was like, how often is it
How
shed?
often does a shed like a
skin
snake
shed?
shed its skin? Yeah, I don't
I
know.
think
Like
it's like,
that.
I
That's,
think it's like a
often.
monthly.
I feel like it's a few times a year, right?
Yeah, right.
Shed
So
its
like,
skin.
I would have to
Between
say
4 and 12 times a year.
Jesus, that's like okay. So let's say
12 times a year.
once a month.
So once a
worst
month,
case
yeah.
scenario.
I'm already going with shedding the
yeah,
skin.
I'm going with shedding.
I'm going with shedding too because I
You
bet
know
it
why?
feels good, bro, when you peel that shit off.
Oh,
I
yeah,
bet
it'll
it-
probably
I bet
it'll become a thing.
Yeah,
It'll become a thing.
Like, oh, I would work it into like a jerk off. Be like, all right, it's time to jerk off and peel my shit. Here we go.
Yeah.
I would fuck with that.
That would definitely require some lube. You'd be good.
You just
have
can't
a whole
go
thing that-
rattling
By the time you
around
get to
everywhere,
our
dude.
age, man, we've already had that shit down for years. I'm good.
I'm
Guys, like-
fucking with the rattle one.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
Listen.
I got to hear why. Yeah.
If you have if you packing, it's gonna be louder. If you're not, it's
It
gonna
doesn't,
be.
but that
I got
doesn't
that
help if
big
nobody
rattle,
knows
baby.
why
Yeah.
it's
Right, no
rattling.
one knows why it's rattling. You're just walking around with a lot of changes.
Is there
Rattling.
a baby around here? What's rattling right now? I don't
No,
know.
that's me, guys. Sorry.
It's my dick.
What you doing?
Then you got to explain it. You're like, well,
I'm taking the shedding, but like I still don't. I want to be like, yo, guys, I can't hang out today. My dick's shedding. My fault, y'all.
Nah,
Gotta deal
you-
with
hopefully
that.
it doesn't
Nobody-
take up a
like,
whole
that's
day.
what I'm
I think,
worried
but like with
about.
snakes, bro, that takes mad long for a snake to fully shed. Like if it's like
That's
that,
exactly.
and your
Yes.
dick's like slowly shedding off over like the course of like a week, that's a problem. I'll take the rattling then.
Yeah, the rattling is where it's at. I don't.
It's just.
If
I
you
mean,
got big diamonds on you.
you would just be like a woman on her period. Be like, nah, my dick shedding, babe. Sorry.
She's like, I don't care. Bring that dick over here.
Wait, does
Give
it
me that
rattle
skin.
all
Yeah,
time?
you
Like,
get
see
that
that?
freak. You get that freak. Let me
When you're-
suck that. Let me suck that skin off.
That dick.
You don't even got to worry about it.
You
Shit,
ain't gotta worry
see?
about it. Like, damn.
Now it's a game.
Now there's
like,
multiple levels.
can
to
you
it,
get it
know?
all? You were mad
Now-
close last month.
Now, if the question was if it rattled every time you got hard, I'd probably do that.
I'd take that. That's a
take
cool
that.
way.
Right.
That's kind of dope.
You just
But, like,
sitting
you-
in public.
I don't know about
do
that.
that.
Look her in the eyes, be like, "You see that, baby? Yeah, you hear that? You
Then what
hear
if
that?
you- what
That's
Yeah,
all
but then you
you."
get that awkward rattle when you're when you're in the wrong place, or you watching a movie or some shit with your girl, and a scene comes on, and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna get hard.
Nah,
I'm not
man.
gonna get
Nah,
hard. And
yeah,
your
that's
shit
true.
goes,
That's true. Oh, even worse. If there's a,
Just a
you're like
fine-ass
looking,
chick somewhere.
you're looking on Instagram or some shit, and that shit has like. You're staring at your phone, obviously, and then your
moves.
shit start rattling. You're like, yo, why the fuck is your shit rattling?
I'll just tell them.
Yo, I
I'm
heard
hard.
a chicka.
I'm hard.
I mean, that's an auto alarm clock too, though, because if you got morning wood, that's just automatically happening. Or you miss it. Once you get hard, it would stop rattling. So I guess that.
Oh, is that like a morning alarm too?
That's
Is it
what I'm
like-
saying. It'll be a morning alarm.
I wouldn't sleep.
I would.
Can't fall
See,
asleep.
I would think you get used to that, and then you just won't hear it after.
You don't hear it.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
hear
like the
dick
belt from
rattling.
Polar Express. It just kind of slowly
Great
stops
question.
becoming a thing. That's a great question.
Great question.
Johnny, you said you don't know if you're going with the skin.
Nah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the rattle.
Yeah, I'm taking the rattle.
See?
Okay.
Just because if it's like an actual snake, that's a lot. That's a lot to deal with over like a week.
I guess.
How long
Right,
does it
it's
take?
like
How long does it
constantly
take to
picking
shed the skin? Where
I feel like it's got to be like at least 3 to 5 days.
I
for a
mean,
snake
they
to
don't
shed
have
its skin.
hands, so they can't
Yeah,
help
look
it
it up.
along. Like if I see my shit
That's-
molting, I'm just
yes.
pulling that bitch off like
But
a
will it
Jimmy hat
hurt,
at
though?
that point.
Will it hurt is the question.
So,
Nah.
I told y'all we got my kid a bearded dragon for his birthday. He just got
The nose things? Don't they have the little nose things? Is that what I'm?
the what?
Like I saw a little like lizard, or I don't know if it's a bearded dragon. They have little like things you have to take off of their nose.
No.
weird.
The bearded dragon is already shedding its skin, so I'm watching as it sheds its skin. Now the biggest thing is like it has a big flap of skin, just like kind of slowly moving, like peeling off backwards. But that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing is it doesn't know it's shedding
Right.
its skin.
It doesn't
it's
give a
just,
fuck, probably. Honestly,
Yeah, it's just there,
living its
but
life.
it's just and like I kind of want to like help it along. You know what I
help you
mean?
out, fam.
If it's on your dick, I'm pretty sure
are you gonna help my dick
Nah, but
along
then
if the
it'd be
skin's
like-
I'm not
peeling
helping
off?
your dick along. No, absolutely not.
Nah, but you know how like when you got a scab, right? And then you're like, it's starting to, this scab is
Oh,
almost
yeah,
off.
yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna help
Not
this
quite
scab
there.
along, and I'm gonna pull it. And when you pull it, you expose more skin, and now it's like all stinging and shit. Nah,
I'm still peeling that scab though. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you're about to have raw dick. Your dick's about to just be like this shit. Like,
Word.
you get super chafed afterwards.
How
Your
long
shit,
it
your
takes?
shit about to look like Deadpool.
right. I'm not trying to do that.
Crazy, yeah. I'll take the
Yeah. By the way,
rattlesnake
it
dick.
takes 1 to 2 weeks for a snake to shed its skin.
Yeah,
With
so
no
I'm-
hands.
that doesn't,
No
bro. It's about
hands.
to hurt.
That's
man.
a long ass period, bro.
That is a long.
Nah,
ass
so, let's say you have sunburn and your skin starts peeling, bro. Like aside from the actual sunburn, you don't feel the skin peeling. Like it's getting better. Like it's just falling off on its own. So I assume there's no pain for the snake. It's just it might even feel good. Like all right, I got my fresh
Refreshing.
skin.
Not only-
out.
Right,
Not only
as long
that-
as you continue to just let it shed on its own, but like y'all talking about pulling it, I mean, just the same way as I was talking about the scab. You pull your skin when it's shedding from a sunburn too
But wait.
early, and you
Primal
start
instinct.
exposing raw skin.
But wait, isn't
that a fact,
the
or are
whole
you
reason
making that
why
up?
isn't the whole reason why the skin sheds is because it's growing? Yeah,
Because new skin is
the
growing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. The whole shit
you
is
mean
growing.
because the whole shit
whole
is
shit
growing?
is growing. Oh, okay. Here you go. You gotta take the bad with the good, baby. You gotta take the bad with the good, baby.
I didn't know if the specified part of the deal I was gonna be growing because of it. Then there's a difference there.
Oh nah, bro. We throw mad extra shit into
throwing a
these
lot of extra in
conversations.
these conversations.
I don't even know if anybody
You ready
even
for this python,
would
baby?
go that right. Yeah. You be like, you see that skin, baby? Yes, because it's getting bigger.
for
Next
you.
week. Next week.
Next week.
It's gonna be even bigger.
Give me 2 weeks, I swear.
It's gonna be more
Give me 2
girthy.
weeks. Yeah, give me 2 weeks. It's gonna
Wait
be a
till you
whole
come
new
back in 2
python,
years.
Oh shit.
Got a third leg.
bitch. You better.
I love sausage. Crazy.
Oh shit. All right. What's the next question?
Would you rather have no music for the rest of your life or have all music be sung by your significant other?
No music. No music. I don't need my girl singing all the fucking music.
Everything.
out here.
Any
No.
song that you want to
Yeah,
fuck with,
no,
that's
no,
your girl
no,
singing it.
Any song that you like.
Any Nas, any Biggie, any Pac.
Unless
it's
my
her.
girl
She's
is
rapping it.
Alicia Keys, I would highly doubt that I want that shit.
Well, if I'm listening to rap, is she gonna say it?
Yeah, is she gonna say?
Nah, she's gonna rap it.
Yeah,
She's gonna say the
gonna
word.
rap
No, what he's saying
Oh,
is
yeah, no,
that she,
oh, yeah.
once she drop,
No, she's
she's
gonna-
drop
yep.
N-bombs. Yeah, she got to do
All
it.
right,
all.
so I'll go with her something just because it'll be entertaining.
Just to have that moment.
I just want to hear her say it. Like, come on.
Say it.
Here we go.
For those of you who don't know, he's with a white girl, so that's why
Exactly.
it's
yeah,
entertaining.
Okay. Okay. I
Get it more.
See, I like music too much, but like I don't think I got a girl in my life, so I'm thinking it's like my mom at that point, and I don't.
Right.
The idea of my mom doing that does not sound fun.
Nah.
I love music to death. I'm a music minor. I'm taking no music.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd be done. What would you do with your life, bro?
I know,
What would
that's
your
why I'm
minor
like,
be?
Film. That's when it becomes to that point. We go from music to just stuff you could see.
It's like shit. Yeah, I don't. And I'm not saying that my girl sings badly, but if that's the only thing that I'm
Only way,
consuming,
yeah.
she's
My girl's not that bad at it.
she's not making albums.
Like you turn on the radio and that's your girl singing whatever would normally be on the radio.
God, that's crazy.
Oh,
I think you can go on the same too.
That's a recipe for insanity.
Like,
There's no auto tune. It's just whatever her
Just
voice
whatever
is.
the
so
raw
she's getting it.
vocals are.
Yeah, bro. It's raw. Thank you. Yes.
some raw,
Raw
unfiltered,
vocal-
unmixed vocals just
Yep.
over the same beats. That's
Yep.
that's a lot.
Just
That's
the
all right,
iPhone
we all-
voice.
Yeah, the iPhone's voice memos.
That's all right. You're gonna go with your girl. We always have one because your girl's gonna listen to this. And she's gonna be like, "Oh, word, you don't like my singing?" So he's like, "Yeah, no, I'll take my
She
my
not
girl.
gonna listen to this.
She has a beautiful voice."
yeah, I love what she's
She's not gonna listen to this.
That's what
I
Johnny's
already
about to
know.
pick.
My
She
favorite
don't even listen to
songwriter.
mine.
Johnny, what you
Yeah,
picking?
I think the option is no music or my
No
girl
music.
sing.
No music.
Yeah, I cannot
Exactly.
give up music for life. Fuck it.
So all of it is gonna be
first
your
off,
girl.
First off, I feel like my girl sings every song anyway. When it plays, the only one that's throwing me off is like the hip hop rap shit. Like,
yeah.
What's gonna happen there?
That's gone, bro.
yeah, that would
That's
be
gone.
because I don't think I've ever heard. And whenever I do hear her, like, quote unquote spit bars, it's usually a joke. Like, so if she's singing all the song, obviously that's not part of the question, but you know our spin. If she's singing the song, does it also come with her like misunderstanding the lyrics, like singing the wrong lyrics?
Yeah, I would have to say so. Yeah, I would
Absolutely.
have to say so. I would have to say so.
That would be entertaining. So yeah, I'm still going that route. I can't give up music. It's my passion. Like I fucking love
know,
music
it's
way
one
too
of
much.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
like
change my mind then.
class, anything that class raps,
I
it's
be
gonna be
listening to
choice.
mad classical and instrumental shit.
That's her
Only
making the
jazz.
sounds with her voice, though, bro. Like she's doing the
Oh, nah,
instruments
nah,
with
nah.
her
Hold on,
voice.
what the fuck
That's
is
like all music is your significant other, Johnny. That includes instrumentals.
Wait, so that
Beatboxing,
means like when
all the beats are like the same voice then?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's gonna be your girl. It's gonna be your girl
It's
going.
all acapella.
My girl's doing the beatboxing.
Making 808s out of her voice.
gonna be
so
like
when I'm
Glee.
watching Star Wars, it's her
That'd
doing
be pretty
it.
impressive. I'd be like, baby, how do you have time to do all this, record all this music?
Such
so
a
much.
talented artist.
Facts.
Give her props.
Yeah, facts.
God does it for
Yeah.
me because I haven't done a damn thing.
I'm
How
also
wealthy
choosing
we'd
no
fucking be
music.
if my girl was singing all the music in the world.
Yeah, right? No,
Nah, just for you. That's all you hear.
Only I hear.
Every guy hears
it.
their girl.
You could have
every
chose
guy
no
say their
music.
girl.
Yeah,
You can put this one on Instagram, baby. I love the way your voice sounds. I'll take your voice.
yeah. That's not making the promo.
Getting cut.
Getting
Done.
Immediately.
out of here.
Yeah, no, I'd rather listen to hours of just chalkboard. Like nonstop, just and again, I'm not saying that my girl can't sing, but just nonstop. After that would be so great and funny for like a day, 2 days, a week.
Maybe.
But just as the shit goes on, nah.
That'd be like some
So-
like Patch Adams.
It's like,
stuff,
baby,
so
you
we just
gotta,
live the same day
we
over
gotta
and
get
over
you.
again.
But then you have the choice. Then you could just say, well, I guess I'm not listening to music anymore. Podcast it is.
Podcast only.
Wait, so
Okay,
that means
all
sort of like movies?
Music sound
like,
soundtracks.
so like I'm watching Star
Soundtracks,
Wars,
bro.
it's her doing
She's doing
it.
the pew pew pew, like even sound effects, dog. Even sound effects.
I know sound effects include too.
All right, then
Man,
Sound
this-
effects
that-
too.
I'm kidding, not sound effects, but like movie soundtracks. Like
like
if
the
you're watching
scores.
Titanic, it's
Yeah.
not Celine Dion.
Oh my
it's your
God.
girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like
You're watching
that's
Star
no
Wars.
way.
Everything is going good until you hear that, you hear your girl going dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
Any Hans Zimmer score, that's your girl.
wow. So the original Spider-Man trilogy, it's just her doing
Yep.
the sound.
She
So, like,
vocally, yeah.
you're
However,
like-
while she does it, then yep.
If you're like watching it with her, is she gonna just start singing?
I mean, you get used
like
to
the
it.
That's
soundtrack
pre-recorded. It's already
Okay,
there. She doesn't.
okay.
Yeah, she can
It's
still
already
chill
there.
with you.
If you're just sitting there and then she just starts, wow.
She would never have a chance to do anything in life.
She'd be so busy, just locked in the studio
Sorry,
all the
babe.
time.
Love you.
Recorded.
I'm good with your singing, but if it was
Same.
I'm very, very positive that if she was asked the same question, with me singing everything.
Oh my god.
She would not want
Yeah.
that either.
Nor would my girl. They don't. You don't want me singing
Nobody
shit.
wants
happy
me to
about
sing anything. So.
You don't want me rapping. You don't want me beatboxing. You don't want me doing anything that requires musical talent.
I pay for you to rap.
Record a whole album.
No.
Just Eminem
I
lyrics
don't have
going
enough
heavy.
Henny. I don't have enough Henny. You don't think I know Eminem?
sensitive
lyrics,
culture.
bitch?
I know you do.
Never seen a white
What I would want
That's
to
white people required
no.
material. Is
I
Eminem
would
lyrics.
pay for you to be singing Benny the Butcher lyrics.
Yeah,
Oh,
facts.
you just want to hear me say
Some
the
Griselda
N-word. That's
rap.
all that is.
I mean,
Who you talking about?
cut these mics and you'll hear it real quick. I'll say it real quick. I'll whisper it in your ear real quick.
oh man, nah.
Come on, man.
Nah, you good. I'm straight. It's like, I believe
I'll
you.
whisper in your ear.
I believe you.
Ninjas. All right. what's the next question, bro?
All right, this is the last question, guys. Would you rather get caught masturbating or shitting your pants in public?
Shitting my pants. In public.
Shitting my pants. Yeah, I'm going with that.
Actually,
No, bro.
yeah, no.
You don't get arrested.
You
for
don't
shitting
get
your
arrested
pants.
for shitting your pants. You just get put on the internet.
Wait, who's catching me
You
though?
would probably
I mean,
get
it
a
doesn't
talking
matter.
to.
It doesn't matter.
Other
like,
people?
I just saw a video of a guy on an airplane. He got, obviously it didn't show him doing that,
Cranking
but
it.
everyone was
Okay.
Aware
shaming
of
him
it.
and talking mega shit and threatening to call the police because he was caught on an airplane jerking off. And like the shit fucking happens, and you are now labeled a fucking pervert. And
horny
Shitting my
weirdo.
pants.
Like, what
Yeah.
kind of horny you have to be like getting on like a flight at like 6
And
a.m.
he-
to
he-
like Baltimore just to start
You
cranking it?
would automatically assume, right?
Facts.
Like, at least for me, I would automatically assume, oh, this dude is jerking off. He's got to be like over 60, just this fat old dude. This dude looked like he was like 25.
cranking it.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Jerking off doesn't have a face or an age. I'll have you know.
It's universal.
No, but still, it's just the assumption.
It touches us all.
Us public jerkers have a
You
voice.
touch yourself, bro.
We'll never stop.
No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us.
There's just one
Fuck,
in
go
every
to the
corner.
bathroom. Or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
saying,
That's what
like,
I'm
why aren't
saying.
you
Go
in
to
the
the bathroom,
bathroom?
dude. Like in the little blue thing
can
that's
just-
there. Like that'd
yeah.
be crazy.
Something,
right?
anything
But why
other
in
than
your
in the seat.
Yeah.
Because like shitting your pants, like that can happen anywhere. Like you can go to like a bad restaurant,
Sure.
and then you just shit yourself
You're
walking
sick.
out.
You
of
could
the
have a
place.
disease, but
Yeah, you
there's
could
no
be sick.
disease. That
It
I mean,
could be like
you could be mentally ill and jerking off someplace,
Yeah,
but then
I
you're
feel- I
mentally
feel
ill
like
at
if
that
you're- I
point.
feel
So
if
like
you're
it's not
jerking it
better.
like that in public. There's already something very not wrong.
I think
there.
that's the connotation.
I
yeah.
think that's the connotation
That's- yeah.
already off rip. That if you're jerking it in any sort of public space, you clearly are some kind of a sociopath. You don't have any type of regard for like people. Just
What if you're in a
If you
porn
shit
theater,
yourself,
like
if you
Pee
shit
Wee Herman?
yourself, sure, it'll be embarrassing for a little while, but you know, you might,
that's
you
a
can
funny
own it.
story at that point. Like
Yeah.
later, like, one
You
time I
can-
shit myself.
If you go viral for it, you
Yeah.
can kind of own it and just be like, yeah, I'm the guy that shit himself.
I heard
Pay me money to come
Watch
to your
me-
events.
Pay me money to come shit myself at your events.
I heard
mean,
Benjamin
Jackass
Franklin.
did it.
He used to like jack off in public.
Who did?
Of
Benjamin
course he
Franklin.
fucking did.
Oh, I'm
Benjamin
sure.
Franklin. Do we have a fact checker
Yeah,
on
can
this?
we get
Do
that
we
on that?
know
Can we get someone on
Benjamin
that?
Franklin was a public cranker?
No, he
Yeah.
used to like favor like public nudity. He used to have a window built into his house so he can just sit like behind
So
it, just
people can
naked,
see
just
him.
watching
It
people.
makes sense that they like was all like. Old
I mean, back in
perverts
those
and
days,
that
I don't know.
shit.
I don't know
if laws worked the same way as they really did back then.
Yeah,
It was
back in
making the
those days,
laws.
I think a lot of shit flew back.
a lot of
in
shit
those
flew
days, yeah.
by. A lot of shit was like, yeah, let's do it.
I mean, figuratively and literally, a lot of shit just
Because
flew.
like, if you went up to someone like George Washington, Ben keeps like jerking it in front of his windows. He just doesn't stop. He's like, there's no law. saying
Back
that
in
we
those
can't do
days,
that.
back in those days, they used to literally shit into buckets and toss it out of the fucking window.
Better
It'll
hope you're
dissolve.
not down there.
It'll dissolve.
Jerking off was the least of their
Yeah.
fucking worries.
Some guy wanking his crank.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he's
Pulling the pickle.
defecating. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Good times.
I don't know about all that. I'll shit
times.
myself.
TikTok shit.
Yeah, that-
I'm sure.
Guys,
There's a lot
I'm
of
about to-
misinformation.
Guys, I'm about to throw this bucket of shit out the window for this TikTok. I feel like some kids would do that now.
What are you talking
Oh
about?
man, you
I thought you
will
were talking about that
get
TikTok
arrested
shit.
now.
Yeah, right?
You would get arrested for that.
I be
shit,
seeing
man.
people make crazy shit on there. I saw some kid making like a bomb one time. That was wild. That was
You
wild.
would definitely get arrested for that.
Yeah. I mean, the comments were
For
flooded.
sure.
They were like, please, like, can y'all do something? And the video just stayed up. Which I think it's more like TikTok just not caring though.
But I can't post a video of somebody fighting, but that goes up.
Yeah, right. You can't post like a pic of someone fighting or like 12 seconds of like a copyrighted song, but some guy making a
Right.
literal bomb.
Yeah, no.
Nah, China's
I
like,
get
let
it.
them kill themselves.
Pretty much.
Right.
That's
Pretty
what they
much.
want.
Johnny, you want to get caught shitting?
Yeah, fuck that.
That's a
I mean, that's not a
consensus?
big
Yeah.
deal. I feel like I've been close
Yeah.
enough for that.
Like it's happened.
Basically, yeah. I got like 2 really bad public shitting stories.
Really?
Luckily, didn't shit my pants.
Okay.
Made
Just
it.
close.
To well, one time I didn't make it anywhere. I literally just shat in the street.
I've seen videos like that where people are in stores and like the cameras catch like ladies just pull their pants down and like just blow shit all over the floor and then just bail, dude. That's the
I mean,
worst.
what the fuck are you gonna do? You're gonna stand around and go, "I'm sorry, can you please clean this up?"
But it's just like the way it comes out. Like it's just like they had to go.
Oh,
so
if,
bad.
if it is
dude.
if it is an emergency,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
have the urge to shit, it is not
it's
going to
never
be a
coming out
solid
solid.
log.
No,
It's about to come out like a
hard
shotgun
bubble
blast.
Logs
Yeah,
can
that's-
always be held,
that's
but like
spread
if it's
buckshot
diarrhea,
shit right there.
Yeah, that's
Spray.
bug shot.
Spray.
That's just
Bum shot.
Don't
Yeah.
they just shit in public in China like that?
They be shitting
Don't they
everywhere.
just
That's what
shit
it's like
anywhere?
in India. In India, they be shitting.
I'm sure in some
I mean, I would
places.
hope not. I would hope
But
not.
yeah,
am I-
not regularly.
Yeah,
Maybe
no.
in New
Yeah,
York
it's
City.
just- yeah, homeless people for sure.
I was gonna say, yeah, they shit wherever.
San Francisco got a huge shitting problem because it's no longer illegal. So you
I
can just
saw there's
shit
like a poop
anywhere.
tracker map on that shit. There's really a map that
Yeah.
just tracks public shits in San Francisco.
I'm about to add to it.
I don't even,
About to be
I
the
don't
next
even think
victim
that
on that
shit
map.
can be tracked, bro.
Yeah,
It's like,
much
it's like
shit the
it's
last
like
time I went
no,
to San Fran.
It's like a
You
full
saw
on
so
mad
much
shit.
shit everywhere.
Thank
It's
God.
like-
The 2 times I've been to San Francisco, I've never seen shit.
I've never seen
Some
shit.
homeless
I've been to
guys shitting.
San Francisco
Oh,
a few
yo.
times.
Lucky.
Never
and
shit.
I've seen homeless people, and
sure.
this last time, one of my boys took me to he took me to an area. He's just like, yeah, this club. As soon as I got there, I'm like, yo, this is definitely gang territory. There's bums everywhere. It was like dark, and it was the weirdest fucking experience. Not to switch conversations, but it's not necessarily doing that. But it was the weirdest experience because it felt like going to New York in a bad neighborhood, and you're not supposed to be there, and everyone knows, like, no one goes there. Like that same feeling, except you will see random people that wouldn't be there just walking calmly.
just existing.
Yeah, just
Living their
existing.
lives.
Yeah, we're just walking around the neighborhood like we're
There's
we're
the-
walking home.
yeah.
Like it's nothing.
There's
And
some
I'm
places
just like,
like that.
yo, I don't have a gun on me. I have a knife, thank God. But we need to keep moving. We can't just stop. And my boy's
We
just
are
like, yeah,
leaving.
whatever. It's like whatever.
Nah, hell
Where
no.
in
I
San
would've
Francisco
left.
even was this?
I mean,
How did you get a knife to San Francisco? that's what I
that's
want.
the question.
carry on, baby.
You carried a knife on
No, no,
a
no,
plane?
no. It was no.
that. You
Yeah, I
had to
checked it.
check
I
that.
checked it. I checked it. Yeah, I checked it. I'm just fucking around.
I'm about to say, goddamn,
Smuggled it in.
TSA.
No. Yeah, I don't need a.
Got a
You
big
gotta have something.
dark man with a beard bringing a knife through.
Fuck, actually, you're pretty right. Yeah, you're right.
You wild. You wild.
Tattooed, heavy ass Puerto Rican. Like, nah.
With
Yeah.
a knife?
Beard,
Come on.
this beard alone would get me.
The beard and the
flagged.
knife alone would lock you up.
I mean, the
Three different non-fly lists.
Yeah.
The last name too. There's everything.
Oh yeah. You're right.
That last name.
I mean, let's keep it real. It's Hispanic. It's not as bad.
Yeah.
definitely not as bad as if your last name was Al Farak or something.
Yeah, it'll get me fucked up, but it won't get me
Not to the
that
same level.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll take
You
you out
get your
the
ass
airport.
beat, but
You're
you
not-
won't be in
spreading
Guantanamo.
cheese.
You won't be in like a safe house, but
Yeah.
like it's like a
Yeah.
couple CIA
Yeah,
dudes.
no.
Getting
Where did they
waterboarded.
send you? It's like, I have no idea.
Black
At the
site.
end, it's like fucking Puerto Ricans and their fucking knives.
Word.
Just another Tuesday.
Another
Oh
Tuesday.
man, yo, I remember I had a
Toss it in the
coworker.
Puerto Rican knife bin.
I had a coworker at the fruit stand who said that he just she thought she was being funny, and you know I have a good sense of humor, so I laughed it off. But yeah, the first thing she's like, "Oh, you're Puerto Rican?" I heard. What was it? She said. I heard on your first birthday they give you a switchblade.
What? Who said that? Who said that?
Wild.
I'll tell you.
Yo,
what.
you could have got mad money from Apple, bro. You'd be retired right now if you went to HR with
man.
that bullshit.
Right?
Yo, you're fucking up.
Missed your chance right
You're
there.
fucking up. That was your golden ticket, dog.
I have
made it
a
out.
good sense of humor, and it wasn't a manager. So
Let's say what a
If it was a manager.
if it was a manager, I'd be like, yo, I don't give a fuck how cool we are, bro.
I'm gonna need some reimbursement for that
It's
joke.
like, not for nothing, we're gonna go through all this. I'll hit you off afterward, but we're gonna take this shit real serious.
We're gonna do this dance real quick.
We're gonna have this.
You're either taking court money or
Facts.
hush money.
But I'm getting money.
I'm getting bread regardless.
Word.
Absolutely.
I'll laugh about this joke later.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy you a drink once we leave court after I get my settlement.
Was that a funny
you.
joke you told?
Oh man, yeah, I have too good of a sense of humor for my own good.
No, I do too, but I love money more than
Oh,
being
yeah.
funny, son.
I like the bag.
Nah, if it was a manager, I'd have
Done.
raised
Done
some
some
hell, bro.
irrational
I'd have raised
things.
some hell, and then
Start
afterwards,
crying. You got
after
like
everything was done, I'd be like, yo, that was pretty good.
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty good.
That was
Take a
pretty
little-
funny.
You got me there. And you pull a switchblade on him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is fucking funny now.
Funny thing. Pulls it out. Guy first birthday, like a laminated text.
It's actually the
Jesus
second.
Christ.
Put it to their neck.
Yeah,
Tito and water.
What a dated joke too.
I know.
Right? Yeah.
Kind of
It still flies in the white community though.
It's a it's a real knee slapper in the white community. I'll tell you.
Yeah, real herc jerker for us.
When's the last time you actually seen a
militia.
switchblade? By the
I'm gonna
way,
laugh all the way home.
Outside of like a comb. With all
I've
my
never
Italians.
seen a real switchblade.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
like an
Like,
actual
like,
switchblade.
Nah,
Like,
dead
that's
ass.
some
I got
real
one for
80s
my
shit.
first birthday.
His christening.
His christening.
Were you christened?
the one I brought
Did
to
you have
Cali.
Were you Catholic when you were growing up?
Yeah. I did not go through that first communion or whatnot, but
You didn't make all your sacraments.
I didn't do that. My brother Papo, who's like, if you know my brother, you would laugh at the fact that he had his first communion, and then
That's
I was just like,
hilarious.
yeah, no, I don't want to go through any of that shit.
Not fun.
I had to do all those, bro.
I had to do
Yeah,
I had all the.
You
I
do.
did the
You have to do
Catholic
whatever
core.
the fuck your parents tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go to religion classes on Monday nights.
Oh my
like
God.
after school.
I did
dog.
do that.
Confirmed?
Yes, sir.
So am I.
Oh wow! Look at you.
I did do that.
I went to communion school and everything, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
was so-
I remember vividly going to those classes and shit. It's just after a while, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Can't
I'm straight
relate.
on that.
Can't relate.
Damn, you
Yeah,
sat
I
through
mean,
the class and didn't get none of the bonus.
Nah, I mean the bonus. The
got
bonus
the
was my
party.
parents got to.
I got the bread.
fucking have extra hours without having to watch me.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Only people that
But
went.
you usually get like gifts and shit when you get
Hell
that, right?
yeah,
You go
I
to
got-
like you're at your first communion.
I
There's
ain't
usually
get
like a party and celebration. Your confirmation party and celebration. You get gifts and shit from friends and
I,
family.
wish I did.
I didn't end up doing any of that shit.
You
I banked on
well,
those.
'cause
I
You
did
just
not-
did the
I-
classes and dropped out of fucking confirmation class.
I need my label to pay me for those. Then I got no
Yeah.
type of commissions from that. I didn't get that from that.
Facts.
And then look at who I became. I ended up, in my later teens, fingering girls in the church bathroom and shit.
Oh
So
God.
it's probably
Amen.
not even.
Sinner.
Yeah,
As long as it wasn't
Center.
fingering boys, you're good.
Yeah, right.
you're right. That's why.
That's true.
See, that's probably what would have happened if I completed it.
Yeah. Pastor would have took you
That's
aside.
false. I can tell you that that's
Pastor would have
false.
took you aside. He
Yeah.
would have said, "You got one more thing to do.
One more challenge.
You have one more thing to
twice.
do before you
That's 2
pass
weeks in a row.
communion." Pulls down his
Reached into your
pants.
shit.
Yeah. So you passed your first communion. Do you want to know what your second communion is?
As long as I get a party and gifts after again, I'm straight.
That's-
Let's do this.
Your morals are very
Come
skewed.
here, Father. I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
I mean, technically,
Do
you
something
won't be straight, but
Yeah, so you technically aren't straight. But yeah.
not anymore.
Do something
At that point,
strange for
you're
a piece of change.
85% gay.
Yeah, 85%.
Oh
gay.
man, don't tell the when boredom strikes guys that they'll be all over me.
Oh shit.
God damn.
Oh,
Jay's the ways.
yeah. As y'all can probably tell, we don't give a fuck what we talk about on this podcast.
Yeah, insensitive. You're
Insensitive,
pretty
culture.
insensitive,
right?
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Don't give a shit.
Yeah. So, if you want to tell us where the priest touched you, let us know.
Yeah, live confessions.
I think he was a foot fetisher.
Really like my shoes.
Oh, you locked out.
Oh,
You
he was
locked
always
out.
taking
You
your
lucked
socks
out.
off.
Yeah, he said, we're all men here.
We're all men here. Start taking each other's pants off.
You see where my pinky toe is? Just put yours next to mine.
Let's compare.
No, he's like eating
man,
like
that's
ravioli
so
off my
horrible.
feet.
Some Dan Schneider
horrible.
shit. Some Charlie shit.
Was that the Nickelodeon guy?
Yeah, that's
That's the
the
Nickelodeon
that
guy. I
story
know
is
that fucking guy.
crazy.
Yo,
That
that
is
story,
crazy.
that's a
Oh my
wild
God.
story, bro. That
'Cause
dude is sick.
it's
And
like-
I remember seeing him and being like, that dude is fucked in the
He
head,
looks
dude.
fucked.
He's not right.
He looks fucked. Now looking back at all of the feet
All the
content
videos.
that they
All the
have.
feet stuff, all the hidden feet stuff that,
And
that
not
comes.
only that,
bro.
but remember the Nickelodeon logo with
was
the
a
foot?
foot.
It was a
Yep, it was
foot.
a foot
For a
hot
while?
minute.
It was a foot.
Well, like
all of it is
What's
just
this
coming
story?
together.
What's this story? I don't know what y'all talking about.
So Dan Schneider was a huge cartoon or
Like a
kids
producer,
He was a
right?
big producer
For
for Nickelodeon,
Nickelodeon.
in like the late '90s and early 2000s. He helped he did Zoe 101. He did
Keenan and
he
Cal,
did Keenan
all
and Kel.
that.
He did what was it? Amanda Bynes show.
Yep,
He did Drake and
yep,
Josh.
yep.
And like Nickelodeon, like kids is the 2000s. So like no one had morals. No one cared.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, let's be real here. So like they bring these kids in and they make them do like camp activities, like these like auditions and tryouts, and like they would ask them to take off like their shoes and socks just to see like their feet. Like lots of weird shit would happen, but basically this guy was just promoting his like foot fetish to like kids on TV. Like if you watch back the footage, it's just like
Yeah,
so much.
all
bullshit.
those Nick shows have little weird hidden
Little
foot
weird,
things
like,
in them,
things.
dude. That looking back after knowing all this is very fucked up.
I
How
watched
did
a
we
really
find
good
out
YouTube
his
video on
foot
it.
fetish was?
He
legit?
resigned from Nickelodeon like
There was a whole thing,
2019,
yeah.
and he got paid off like a lot. Like he got paid off a lot for like a mutual like a parting of ways. He got paid a lot of money for that. And,
Nickelodeon
like,
tried to bury it with money,
They
basically.
still, bro. There's probably so I
The
was watching
kids
a really
came
good
out.
video about it. I forgot the channel, but it's like Nickelodeon's Biggest Monster is the name of the video, and I'm sure we can reference it later. But it was talking about one of the other guys. I forgot his name, but he was another executive talent director with Nick, and apparently he got convicted of a sexual assault case with a minor, and the minor's name's a John Doe because they didn't want to hurt the name. But
Yeah.
apparently, a lot of people are saying it was Drake Bell who this guy did it with, and
That makes sense.
If
That
you think
tracks.
about it that way too,
That
like
tracks.
that, like
That
all
tracks.
these guys, like all those kid actors back in the day were just getting like assaulted and just mistreated. Amanda Bynes, especially Amanda Bynes, didn't have any type of family. She was like Dan Schneider was basically like her father figure.
That's why she's so fucked up.
And that's
now.
why, yeah,
Oh
that's
my
like that's
God.
crazy to think about that. On top of all the fucked up shit she already dealt with, that probably was even worse than
Johnny,
that,
he was
to
in
be fair.
Good Burger. Do you remember
Yeah.
the manager of Good Burger
Yeah, he
in
was in
Good
Good
Burger,
Burger.
that
Holy
chubby
shit.
guy
I knew
Like
it.
in the movie?
in the movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's some really weird.
Look
behind
up
the
his
scenes
name.
shit.
Just look up
I
Dan
watch
from
Good
Nickelodeon.
Burger a lot.
Dan
so
from Nickelodeon. That's
Just
too.
look up Dan from Nickelodeon, and
I love
you will
Good
see
Burger.
exactly
You'll
who it is.
recognize that dude because like he like does bit parts in those shows.
Yeah.
He was on all that. He was on
Pour up the
Keenan and
water.
Kel.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he
that
does-
guy.
Yeah. Fucking creeper.
It's so weird, yeah. So like Nickelodeon's bad, but now I'm like whenever I think about it, I'm like Disney's got to be. There's got to be so many
there's
skeletons
5 Dan
at Disney.
Schneiders at
there's
Disney,
like
bro.
there's
Kinda
all,
looks
it's all
like
Dan Schneiders.
He looks like a perv, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
he
some
looks
really
like a
really
perv.
creepy stuff
should've
like
seen
behind the scenes with like him and iCarly. Like you can like see like where he's just acting
Yeah, where
weird
he's
around
just,
the
like-
yeah, like that picture
Like
right
even
there.
that one right there.
Bro,
He's-
there's like a CBS shit.
She
And he like
looks so
threatens to
uncomfortable.
taser. Yeah, bro. Like when you find if you ever find the video, watch the video because the video just does way more just than me talking about
She
it.
Yeah.
looks so
There's a bunch of
uncomfortable
them.
there, yet
Look at
fucking-
how uncomfortable Drake Bell looks.
No, he looks comfortable.
He look a little too
That
He was
tracks.
fucking with
That
him.
tracks.
That
He looks
tracks.
pretty comfortable.
He was
there.
fucking with him.
And bro, it makes sense too why Drake Bell's so fucked up now. He went from like child star to like Latino like pop star, then to like child trafficker, like all those
Latino
things.
pop star.
Yeah.
Drake Bell went
Yeah.
to
Drake, I
Latino.
swear to God, Drake Bell's a
He
Latino
lived in
pop star.
Mexico.
He lives in Mexico.
Oh, my
That don't
God.
make you Latino though, right? Like you have to be.
But he sings in like Spanish and everything.
Look at he's sniffing her hair and
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at that
It's
shit.
so creepy. He's so creepy.
So creepy.
Dan Schneider.
It took a long
Look at that
time
picture.
for that.
Look at the
though.
picture with him next to Jeanette McCurdy in the middle, right there in the pink shirt.
this one. Oh,
Right
this
there.
one right
Is that
here.
Jeanette McCurdy? I don't know who that is.
No, that's Britney Spears' sister.
That's even worse. But
Didn't
like,
she get pregnant mad young?
no, that was
By Dan Schneider.
Yeah, no. What's it called? What's his fucking name?
No, that was
Who
not
was,
true. That's
who
not
was-
true.
No, who was Zoe 101? Zoe 101 got pregnant early in her life, and they didn't know. Like, they never revealed the father.
That's right.
And they might have been saying
Zoe
like,
101 is Britney Spears' sister.
oh,
I
that's
wanna
okay.
say.
So that is the same,
Yeah,
same
they
chick.
no, they're saying that her
Her
child
kid
is
is
Dan Schneider's love
kid,
child.
which
Yeah,
is crazy.
no proof.
That's
but that,
crazy.
that is a very, very
Well,
prominent
there's this
theory.
like one
Popular
website,
internet
that's, like-
rumor.
Yeah.
There's this one website based out of Hollywood that like apparently posts like all these like leaked gossip, but like at the bottom of the at the bottom of it says like all this shit could be fiction. It leaves it really open.
Covers
so,
their
like,
ass, smart.
Yeah, it covers their ass in case it actually is real. But
Yeah.
a lot of the shit seems like it's pretty like damning
Crazy,
evidence. Look at that show. All those fucking teenage kids were getting abused.
I mean, just look at the dude.
What do their feet look like?
First thing when they're pitching the show, how do we incorporate
Yo.
feet into this?
Relax, bro.
Get him here in some sandals, real
Relax.
quick.
Yeah.
Yo, you tripping?
Bring Drake in with some sandals. See how he looks.
Can we get Drake Bell in here?
not
No,
a-
not you, Josh.
Not you, Josh.
Just Drake. Just Drake.
Just Drake.
Just Drake.
Just you, Drake.
Oh man, this
closes.
guy's tripping over here.
My man, he knows what's up.
Making me think of that priest.
Let's do it.
Did you really
He got
want to hash
seven.
out
He got
some?
seven.
You want to get into therapy? you want to have a therapist? I'm right here. 20 an hour, but I'm right
No,
here.
I was kidding. That was cap.
That was cap. That was cap, guys. Don't
You
worry.
brought
All
him
cap.
back up, so it
Yeah.
made me think like
Nobody
maybe,
touched
me.
maybe
No,
you
no,
want to
no.
tell us something.
No. Wait, no.
Did he make you step in spaghetti?
Yeah, he made
Yeah.
you. He made you put spaghetti on your toes.
And it was hot too.
Whoa.
Did he make you do
Dip
what?
your toes in
Used to
wine.
burn.
He made you post on
You
the
pull it right out
slap.com.
the microwave and just put it on the floor and like put your feet in there.
Yo, he's bringing out some really
weird
real
ones.
scenarios.
Very,
Hey,
very
I'm-
descriptive and detailed.
That's what I
I'm
used to
very
work
worried.
At. Used to work at Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
Come this
Yes.
way.
leaning out
Yes.
the frame.
I don't even remember going to church.
Black
I'm trying to get away from the feet.
just
It's
hoping-
freaking me
yeah,
out a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
I'm
no,
trying
I
to.
feel you, I
I'm
feel
trying
you.
to pull back.
He's my brother, so I'm actually legit worried.
Oh no, no, it's a joke.
I know.
I don't even remember going
We're
to
going to
church.
talk after the episode. We're going to talk. We're going to have a little chat.
conversations.
Don't worry.
Offline.
Don't worry about it.
If you ever need to text me and tell me anything, let me know. All right, cool. So we're done. We're done with the questions. So you know.
You know what it's time for. News
Damn.
With Johnny
News classes.
What the fuck is
You know, I
that?
gotta say it every time. Oh shit! A lot of shit has done happen. We didn't even do news last year.
No,
Maybe
No.
maybe not last year, but we definitely
Last
didn't
week
touch
was a
news
wild
last
week.
week. There was so much going on, but
we
I think
couldn't
I'm gonna
interrupt it
skip.
for news.
Yeah, we didn't want to interrupt that for fucking news. And half the shit that did pop up, I don't even know that we need to bring it back. Like, I'm kind of tired of talking about people like Elon Musk. Like, I'm good with that. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
there's a lot of shit happened with Elon Musk and his family, but you know what? Now we're gonna move on. Let's talk
Most
about more
important thing that
people
we
like-
have is how pasty,
how fucking
pasty
pale
he
he
is.
is.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
Yeah,
story.
that's
How he looks
that's
like
another
a
new thing
ghost.
that popped up this week. But nah,
Is that real? Like for real?
Bro, that picture
Pillsbury
of him is
doughboy
definitely
looking
real, yeah.
motherfucker. Yeah.
He's got like that weird like 20s jacked look where it's like
He's
there's
a
no muscle, but
fucking.
just all, like,
he's
torso.
a fucking nerd. He doesn't leave. He doesn't go out and
SpaceX
like
compound.
get any kind of sun. It doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
Oh, he's got mad sons.
Yeah,
I mean, he has.
I'm
Yeah,
just kidding. I'm just,
mad
oh,
sons.
He's just a dweeb. He's literally a dweeb.
Pretty much.
He
And
can't be
that's all
that dweeby. He got 9 kids. My man is popping.
No.
smashing.
Don't get it twisted.
He clapping.
You can be dweeby.
And still have
However, if you have billions of dollars, you gonna get you some pussy.
Yeah, facts.
Look at Dan
guess.
Schneider.
Look at Dan Schneider, right? That's the exact example.
And he doesn't even have billions.
Yeah, he don't even got billions. He just ran Nickelodeon.
Jesus.
Word.
That's crazy.
Oh man. All right, Johnny. What's the actual news here?
No, let's talk about more important people like Joe Rogan.
Okay. Damn, I haven't even heard this.
Or
What's up with Joe?
There's some
Rogan.
controversy popping off.
More?
Joe recently had, I mean, shocker, Joe Rogan and controversy.
Right.
Joe had our boy Tom Segura on the show recently, and people are upset because they were talking about the homeless folks in LA, speaking about shit on the floor in Cali. And so they were talking about how, a property of homeless people in California, like the homeless people would basically there's tent cities all over the place, right?
Sure.
And
Communities and shit.
and that's actually protected property by law. Like you're not allowed to grab that, move that around. Like even though it's in the street because a homeless person owns it, you're not allowed to grab it. And so Joe Rogan was like, yeah, that's kind of some bullshit. You would get arrested if you tried to move that shit. And he was like, but they wouldn't arrest you if you shot somebody because nobody cares about violent crime in LA anymore. And he goes to Tom, maybe you should just go shoot the homeless people. And of course, Tom was like, I like your ideas.
Yeah, that's Tom. That's
just
Tom.
goofing off.
Yeah, those are two comedians. I think the problem with a lot of the Rogan controversies, we forgot this motherfucker was on Fear Factor 10 years ago. I don't know when we decided to make him the voice of a generation. I'm cool with it because he's cool and he's funny, but it's just weird how we're Dr. Joe Rogan. Sorry, Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
not a real doctor, but
and that's why I don't have a fucking problem with it. The second that you even started this conversation, I'm like, fuck, I gotta go listen to that now.
Yeah, right.
And it's because I don't I'm at least I'd like to think that I'm smart enough to listen to this conversation and go, oh yeah, he's really high and he's just on his bullshit right now.
That's literally what it is.
And or he's just being a fucking comedian.
He may not even be high.
He's doing
That's a good joke.
He's literally goofing off.
I mean, he's just talking to his boy. It's like the shit that we talk about all the time. Let us get 1 million fucking views on every single one of these fucking episodes, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna
have some
it to a
people
point.
that have
some kind of
Yeah, bro.
100%, bro.
Fucking hate
A
us,
million
bro.
people
Yes, exactly.
hear our shit.
Hear
and
our
they're
shit.
gonna be like,
There's
oh,
a riot outside the studio.
nothing like a bunch of rich guys talking about snake shedding. They don't know shit about what my snake goes through. Oh, they're just making fun of priests
shedding their dicks and shit.
Right.
These guys need to be canceled.
And that's the thing, right? Is you'll have those people that'll say, they get all of these views and they do nothing with their platform, and then you'll try to do something with your platform and maybe not even take it seriously, but one thing gets thrown out. I don't know, man. And you can't make any fucking jokes.
And then it's stay in your lane.
Yeah,
If
right.
you try to get
Don't be
outside of
radical.
what you do, it's do what you fucking do and be funny. You can't be serious. You can't be funny. You're fucked either way. Is what it seems like sometimes.
What the fuck are you supposed to make?
That same episode.
The news.
Good question.
Was that Rogan's podcast or was that Segura? Were they?
No, it was on Rogan.
It was Rogan.
It was on Rogan. So that same episode, they both went in on plus size models.
I saw
and
that.
That's where I thought you were going with that.
I think
And
that too.
the general consensus of that conversation, from Tom Segura's point of view anyway, was if you're going to be a model and you're going to put your picture out there for people to see and actively comment on, it's you can't be pissed at body hate. He's I see what I feel is attractive and that's what's sexy to me. And if I don't see that, then it's not sexy to him. There was a whole thing that they went in on and they were showing pictures of plus size models and Segura. And then they were both both
comedians
going
also,
right. Exactly. This is not a serious podcast. They were going in and Segura said something along the lines of that chick looked like a linebacker.
Oh my god!
And it was it was a really valid point though. That's where I thought you were going with it. But
Yeah, me too.
I got to listen to that episode, bro, because
I want to listen to it too.
It's on the same length. It's on the same strength, rather. They just cracking jokes. The problem is, I guess people were upset about him saying that you should kill homeless people.
Well,
that's fair. I see why people get out of
that's-
context, but
That's fair.
But yes, out of context is exactly the thing.
Oh, everything is out of context. Every single thing that I see about Joe Rogan is out of context,
Always out of context.
and every single time that I see it, I mean, there are certain shit.
Sometimes there's like, okay,
Yeah, some things.
needs to relax.
But
And you know what? He'll be the first one. He'll be the first one to say,
he'll call it his own bullshit.
my bad. Like I was just high. I was just in a thing. Like
in the
whatever.
zone.
I'm sorry. That was very insensitive.
Or when he's saying it, he'll be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, don't listen to me.
Right,
Like,
right.
he will preface
They always
his
cut
bullshit.
that part out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And that's the thing also with Joe Rogan's podcast is the fact that he has a lot of you can't really label what his podcast is other
show.
than society.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a talk show.
Yeah, it's a talk.
Like,
I mean, it's a talk show, but what is it? The podcast term for that when you're looking
Society
when you're
and
trying to
culture?
society and culture, right? That's what he could label it under, right? But he has episodes where he speaks to someone like Tom Segura, where it's going to be heavily
just like
comedy.
funny. They're just having fun. This is just two guys having fun. Those are two friends just talking about it.
comic based.
Right.
And they totally throw that out the window, and then they group it into the same type of episodes that he has with like
Lazar.
scientists and like different shit. So because it doesn't have a specific category, shit like that, where he's just goofing off with a friend and talking shit, and probably
It's fucking
kinda,
comedy, man.
yeah, in
right.
the middle,
Yeah, those are two
but
dudes.
it doesn't get labeled as that because the people who listen to him for all that other shit, they can't comprehend the fact that these are two comedians talking. Yeah. Whereas if it was a comedy podcast, people would be a little bit more.
That matters.
I think a lot.
I don't think it would matter.
Yeah, I
He
think
has
it's
too
a lot
many
of
listeners.
listeners.
Even
Yeah,
if
I
it
think
was
there's
labeled
too many
comedy,
listeners to
people
it.
would still give him shit. I mean, look at what happened to Andrew Schultz.
Facts.
Andrew Schultz had his infamous show was supposedly big ass money he got for it by an unnamed streamer. He doesn't want to say which the streaming company was. I feel because he's done shit with Netflix before. I assumed it was Netflix, but at the same time, Netflix has come out and defended kind of Dave Chappelle and others with their controversial statements. But they basically told him like, yo, these jokes are too far. Like we're gonna have to edit this. And he was like, nah, fuck that. And he according to him, spent his life savings to buy his show back.
Have you been
and now
following
he's releasing
Andrew
it on
Schultz,
his
though?
website.
Yeah, he's
Have you been following Andrew Schultz though? You gotta follow him.
I mean, I think I do, but I don't know if I've seen his latest shit.
I share shit with Dave all the time. Just like little, he goes in, and a lot of his shit is him just doing what he does, and he goes into the crowd, and he'll say shit about everyone. Literally everyone.
But that's his thing. The literal shit is everyone gets these jokes.
He's one of the very few
That's
comedians
everyone.
that,
Yeah.
Like Chappelle is very good at like storytelling and like the way he weaves jokes in with his stories, but like Schultz is super good with just being upfront and like personal with it. He is making fun of you. Like he is in the most true sense like a full on comic. Like, but that's why it's so good because it's so abrasive and like not a lot of comedians like some like you get hecklers and you get your people like you have your moments, but like I've never seen a comedian take it the way he does where it's like so personal. It's
he
so
doesn't
interactive
care.
with the audience where it makes it like you're a part like, when you're at that show, especially in the front row, you're a part of that audience. You're a part of the show.
Oh yeah, you're getting
You're a part of the
targeted.
show.
Yeah,
And
you are you're a part of that show.
And that was exactly what he said because he posted a response to that, and he was explaining that exactly what you were saying, that the network or whoever or the streaming platform decided to go against it, and he said it. So I put up my own money to make this thing still happen. Why? Because I perform in front of live people every single day, and everyone loves the content. So
because he goes after everybody. There's
Exactly.
It's not after one. Everyone gets equal embarrassment in his show,
and he does it well.
He's also very very apolitical too in the way he does his content. Like it's very like it's just attacking. It's nothing like there's no like with Rogan you can kind of see like where his biases do kind of sort of start lying, and he's still very independent with the way he talks. But like with his comedy, it's so like just like I'm like fuck you attitude. It's very just like
You can't pinpoint it.
Yeah.
Right. No, I love it. I'm
big Andrew Schultz guy.
I love
Yeah, I
his
fuck
shit.
with Schultz,
I've
man.
seen.
He's
Yeah,
just
I
funny
fuck
as
with
fuck.
Schultz.
Love
I
his
wish
podcast.
His
the guys from When Boredom Strikes ended up. They saw him at when he went to
Radio City?
Radio City.
Oh, lit.
And
I wanted
and
to, but I couldn't.
filmed it, and I remember watching the story like, fuck, man, I wish I was there.
there.
Wish I was
That's gotta
fucking
be a
there,
lit show.
dude. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, but yeah, whatever, man. People
People don't understand context.
Well, they don't understand context, and I don't think that they have a voice as much as they used to have.
Right,
I think people are starting to back the fuck off of all of that.
Canceling bullshit.
Yeah, like the cancel culture shit.
Yeah. I think I've noticed it a lot less, but the problem is like, I mean, this going back to kind of Rogan, but like, I feel like everyone who's ever like a lot of these criticisms are like, you've never watched a single episode of this.
Oh
show.
yeah.
Every time like these people are like,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's racist. I'm like, that's literally an out of context clip. Like you watch one episode, give away 2 hours. There.
I mean, Johnny has listened full episodes. He's not
Yeah.
a full Rogan fan,
Yeah.
but he also understands like it's just like I don't take anything that he says
With any kind of, like,
yeah,
seriously.
like
I'll
there's
listen.
no serious like
I don't.
You take everything with a
The
grain
only
of salt.
reason that the only reason with Rogan I get like, you know, like he needs to watch himself in ways is because so he knows that so many people do. That's the other that's the problem is that there's too many morons out there, and obviously like you're not responsible for the morons that follow you. But at the same time, there's a little bit of responsibility you should have when you know that you've got millions and millions of followers. Like you should be you got to be a little bit more responsible.
That goes for rap too, and rap lyrics,
Right.
and
I think that goes for any type of artist. Like
And
you need to
those
be aware of
rappers.
anything.
content.
Yeah.
Even with movies.
I think
too.
so, for sure. I think,
I'm
even with rappers, I think rappers are fucking idiots when they go out there saying some of the shit that they say when they know who the fuck is listening to their shit and they just feeding off of the beast
shit
so
sounds
that
hard,
they
though.
could fucking make their bread, and they know that they're influencing people to do the wrong fucking shit. They don't give a fuck because they know that makes money. It's the same shit. Like, you know,
But
you
at the
should be a
same
little
time-
bit wiser.
At the same time as and I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here
Do
with
it,
us
yeah.
with us as content creators and us as podcasters, right?
Right.
If we talk the way that we talk, and we know that we're joking with a lot of the shit that we say, how fucking mundane and boring would it be if every fucking thing that we say,
Guys, it's a joke.
we're just like, yo, we can't say that. Yo, we can't fucking say that. Then it's not us.
Nah, it's
You know what
censored.
I'm saying? And so when we get to 1 million fucking viewers, that's where it gets rough. And I think Rogan just came out and got to the point of I can't fucking cater to all of them, so I'm gonna continue just being who the
Yeah.
fuck I am.
And that's why I
it.
respect him.
Yeah, that's definitely his take.
Right.
He's just
Right.
like, I'm just gonna keep doing me.
And if I say some fucked up shit, I'm gonna apologize because I didn't mean it in that way. And I feel like he's sincere when he says it, when he
Right.
apologizes for it. But also, I also feel like when people are like, when he is under fire and people are
Shitting on him and just
asking
like,
him
yeah.
like, "Yo, how are you taking it?" I don't fucking listen to that, any of that shit.
Yeah. And like
I don't-
every
you know?
response he has, like, and like the anti-vax shit too. Like you saw, it's like he's like, I'm sorry, I just had people on. He just had a couple. Like, he had a bunch of people on. They're all like anti-vax, like sort of, but not
Sure.
And it just like he was like he took he always ends up like taking responsibility and being aware of what he's doing. And I think to your point too, it definitely is like you need to know like when you have that big of an audience, you should be kind of aware of the content you're putting out, but not like you are not responsible for what John in fucking Iowa does when he turns off the Joe Rogan show, puts on his Confederate flag cap, and does like a burnout in like a parking lot. You're not responsible for like that dude. Like it's not.
Right.
And
Especially
it
that
just
much,
gets
like-
rough, man.
Yeah.
There's you're not gonna.
Especially with the internet,
Cater
like
to
in the
anyone.
internet age, with like having a following, because like when you're a celebrity, it's like, oh my god, like this guy did something for a celebrity, like back in the day. But now it's like this guy heard something on a podcast and he just did it.
I think I just hold him to a
High standard.
when
sometimes.
well, not even that a high standard. I just look at Joe Rogan a little bit different than someone who's like a more like a younger podcaster or some shit that's doing it specifically for the views,
for like the views, like knowing how it
or
works.
you know they just know what
Right.
they're fucking doing. in order to
make
get
money,
themselves hyped up and and play for the algorithms. Whereas I don't believe he's doing that. I think he's just having a conversation. And again, in the conversation, he'd probably be like, "Yeah, don't fucking listen to me. I'm a fucking idiot." But they never look at that.
Yeah,
like
they never play that part. And you know,
Also,
like
just come
again,
up
like I
with
said early on, I mean, my man has been like pumping at the high end of the
almost
charts
like
for
15
a few
years, yo.
years
Like
now.
almost 20 years now.
long
as long as I've been
fucking time.
alive.
But you know, once like the controversy started stirring up over the last like 5 or 6 years,
You would think.
you would think that you would kind of like learn how to police yourself just a little bit. But then
Or your
again,
guests.
he's a fucking stand-up comedian, right? So
Yeah, it's like-
Exactly.
they don't know what policing is. That's what
There is
stand-up
no
comedians
policing.
do.
Pushing that content.
Yeah,
It's
people,
Yeah.
for a stand-up comedian, people are entitled to just say what their truth is, and if you feel differently, you will rebuttal it, or maybe you throw in some different views. But they say what they say, you say what you say, and then you move the fuck on, and that's it. Nothing
Word.
is taken to heart. Like most of society is right now, where everything,
I think-
literally everything is taken straight to heart. I saw some shit. People are up in arms because fucking Kylie Jenner somehow
posted their private jet
the
pics.
private jet pics where her she took, I guess her private jet went on a
It was a
10-minute flight,
Yeah.
and people are just like, oh, so that 10-minute flight, like that equals a full year of what the average person would,
my God.
with like all of this bullshit. Like people are up in arms about it.
People are
Like,
too technical.
People are way too
That's what it
because
is.
like I think like her and her boyfriend flexing their private jets is like, oh, you're so rich and cool. I think it's like that's annoying, but like that's dumb fucking Hollywood.
majority
They've been
of
doing
people-
shit like that forever.
Yeah.
A majority of people who are sitting on their fucking high horse looking at that shit, if they had billions of
Yep,
dollars,
they'd be doing the same
they would
shit.
do something extremely similar. Maybe,
Absolutely.
just to be like, yo, we need to get here by this time because it is an event that we have to go. And
I don't think
I'm
there's
not dealing with
nothing
that.
wrong with catching a private jet if you're balling like
if you're
that.
balling, there's
but I
nothing
think
wrong with
the issue
that.
was them flexing.
Not
I
even
think
like
that's
that.
I mean,
that-
that's
that
more
was
of
what
the
the
issue.
problem
You
was.
should not.
That was a very
Yes.
tone deaf
Like
post.
toned up
Yeah,
post,
yeah,
like
yeah.
climate
Completely.
change. We're in like
So,
a
like-
massive heat wave. You're
Right,
just
because we
flexing
would
your
all, I
private
would
jets.
ball that hard too,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't fucking
Yeah, I
post it
wouldn't
on
post it.
everyone's shit.
Right.
Like I just do me. Like I would ball knowing that I'm balling.
I
Like,
I'd take 2 pics in
Yeah.
front of the private jet for Instagram just because I get a picture of the private jet and I'm never talking about
Sure.
it ever again. That's about
Sure.
it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Nah, it's and somebody even mentioned. I remember looking at the comments, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I mean." Because it was posted somewhere what that flight was. Like it was 10-minute flight or whatever. Right. People did get on her for her saying like, whose private jet should we take? Mine or hubby's? But at the same time, they knew that it was they knew that it was a 10-minute flight
That's some
also.
baller shit. Yo, fuck all the bullshit,
That
man.
is some
If
baller
I had
shit,
that
right?
much money, I would be taking
Exactly.
private jets to the fucking shopping
Everywhere,
mall.
everywhere.
Like
Be
I'm
taking it right
everywhere.
to-
I'm
right to
flying.
Wegmans. I'm
You gotta
landing my
like
shit.
white in the parking lot of fucking Eastview
Nobody-
Mall and shit. Like Johnny's flying through. Like
I'm
fuck
just
all that.
I'm just not posting about it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
I'm doing
You
that
gotta hear
same
me.
shit. I'm just flexing on the
Fuck all
Nobody
that.
talks
I made
shit.
that money. I'm
Yo.
posting about it too.
Yeah.
Nobody talks shit about John Travolta. The man has a fucking runway in his
right.
fucking on his estate because he has his own 747 jet.
Drake's dad had
for
a
him and
private
his
jet too.
family.
You gotta
He
think
like,
about that way, too.
who gives a fuck, right?
Because he's Scientologist.
Man, I work
But it was-
hard. Like,
Yeah, right?
people trying to act like she don't work hard and shit. Like this chick fucking
She's a
does
billionaire.
fucking work.
Plus, it'd be,
Yeah, she's
like, I
brilliant.
give the Kardashians a lot of shit because a lot of their fame is like weirdly acquired.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
but to maintain that over time is impressive.
Sure.
yeah, they
That's why I'm
do.
like,
Hell yeah.
whatever deals Kris Jenner be making with the devil, by all means, you got to get that bag. Whatever deal she be making, that shit is
Word.
Working.
impressive.
It's working.
It's impressive how much
Everyone talks
Absolutely.
about all the money that they spend, but nobody talks about the amount of
If they have to
families that
recoup
they're.
into it.
Not even that. The amount of families that they're fucking paying for, for dinner on their putting fucking putting food on their
Oh, word.
their dinner tables.
They're supplying
and
mad
fucking
people
clothes
with
on their
bread.
back. Exactly.
So I'm like,
right.
I mean,
They're giving
I
back
think-
to the community.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely tone deaf sometimes when Kim like goes on like her social media and makes some like super tone deaf posts because you know they've been rich for so long where they probably have no idea. Like,
they still are who they are.
Yeah, they still are who they are. That's why I'm like,
Agreed.
I respect like the grind. The grind I respect.
grind is the grind.
Leaking your own daughter's sex tape is crazy to get bread. That's a crazy way to get bread. But fuck it, bro.
They did that.
Yeah, bro. So that's right.
No. So yeah, I saw a podcast a while back, and we're going on crazy tangents now.
Yeah, we got to get rolling with these news stories here, baby.
Yeah.
What we got up next?
We gotta get back to the
one.
news. Hold on. But there was a because I heard a podcast with an executive who was very big in the porn industry at the time, and he claimed that Ray J and Kim Kardashian both came up to him to leak this video strategically because of Paris Hilton's
Leaked tape
success
afterwards,
after
right?
her
Yeah.
shit leaked. So because of that, they came out and they said that they wanted to leak this, and it was
purpose,
all
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
on
it's all
purpose.
scheme.
It was all a strategic plan. So they did it, and honestly, the Kardashians would not be where they are today if that didn't happen. So was it worth it?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
That's how you know the 2000s were a wild fucking time. All those sex tapes leaking and shit.
It was great.
Paige from
And
WWE.
that Paris Hilton,
Paige?
that Paris Hilton shit was bullshit.
Mid.
I remember
So
those.
mid.
I remember those days. I
Had
was
to hop on your computer back
I
then.
was outside. Oh well, actually, I was inside at that time
Looking it up.
because I was watching that shit on my
looking it
computer.
up.
Facts.
Yeah,
On
Waiting for the file to load.
Johnny, what's next?
Well, next,
Back to other news.
back to the news. Let's talk about the king of Latin pop, my boy Ricky Martin.
I thought he was about to say Bad
I
Bunny.
think you were say Bad Bunny too. I was like,
Bad Bunny,
here
right?
we go with Bad fucking Bunny again.
Great. Brought up Ricky Martin. We're living La Vida Loca
Bad
on this
Bunny, Bad
podcast.
Bunny,
It's about to be
Bad
going
Bunny.
crazy.
Nah, this shit is wild. Go ahead, Donnie.
This shit is
let him know.
wild
Let him know.
as
Oh,
fuck.
I heard about it. Yeah.
Let him know.
So Ricky Martin, if you don't know, has been accused of. At first, there was just this accusations that there was because Ricky Martin is apparently happily married with. I think he's got twins.
He does,
but
yeah.
you know, there was accusations that there was someone accusing him of an abusive relationship and stalking, and then come to find out that person is a 21-year-old nephew, and now he's being apparently charged with incest, which apparently in Puerto Rico they have very stern laws against incest. I don't know like why it's more stern than any place else, but
How do you make that more
apparently
stern?
Puerto
Puerto
Rico,
don't fuck with
they
that
really
incest
don't
'cause-
play that shit in
don't
Puerto
play
Rico.
that
Well,
shit.
it's 'cause,
He's
like,
facing- he's
I'm
facing,
sure, you know, there's mad bad bitches in Puerto Rico, so there might be a lot of uncles doing a lot of dumb shit with their nieces type shit in Puerto Rico. They have to up the laws there.
That's how bad the bitches are in Puerto Rico. They need
That's
to
how
change
bad they
the incest laws. Damn, I need to go to Puerto Rico.
Never been.
Oh man.
So yeah, homie
you're with
is
a half
facing
Puerto
50
Rican?
years right now.
Damn.
50
Yeah,
years.
he's facing
Wow.
50 years.
That's crazy.
There's
What
gotta
are
be
Puerto
more
Rican
to it.
jails like?
So-
Has anyone ever
so-
been to jail in Puerto Rico? Here?
I don't want to go to jail in Puerto Rico. I don't want to go to jail.
Is it
here.
worse
wanna
than
go to jail
Mexican,
here.
Mexican jails, though?
All right.
Period with a T. Period.
Don't want to go to jail.
Bro, there
To
are
jail.
I haven't been to Puerto Rico since I was a baby, but from the stories that I hear, like my dad tells me crazy shit about like just like there are certain roads you don't go down in PR, like back roads. There was one specifically like in his town where if you go down that road, guaranteed someone will stop you and someone will be standing in the middle of the road and you will be robbed for your vehicle if you go down that road. So people just like obviously there are great places to go in PR, but there, you know, it's like anywhere else, man. There's gonna be
like
bad
anywhere.
shit.
There's ghettos
It's
everywhere.
gonna be,
Some
it's
fucked
gonna
up
be
shit happening.
bad shit that you
Anywhere
just don't want
not
to go down
America.
certain areas.
Because that typically don't happen
Poverty
in
is
the
a
U.S.
worldwide
states,
thing, man. That
but
should be happening.
outside of that, yeah,
I believe some shit
in
like
the
that.
South,
yeah,
in the
Unless you're in
South,
Florida.
if-
Unless you're in
if you're in
Florida,
a
all
back
bets
road
are
in the
off in
South,
Florida.
I say all bets are off in the Sunshine State.
Yeah.
Or like
Facts.
Cali.
Nah, Cali,
shit.
bro, Cali be having just wild shit happen. You can't be wearing baseball caps in
They
Cali.
make Cali out to
I read that.
be.
Yeah, right? You can't be wearing a Yankee
Yeah,
cap.
no, you get shot in L.A. for wearing a Yankee cap
It's like
for no fucking reason.
What's it called?
Because it's
Yeah.
affiliated with
Something
some random sect of some random ass crip
It's
fucking.
any
it's-
fitted baseball
shit.
cap.
And
wild.
even then, if you really start looking at shit, it's
I
really
have
like
definitely
within
worn a
a.
Yankee cap in L.A.
Yeah, you better not
life.
South
Don't
Central
wear
anyway,
red,
baby. You
don't
get
wear
popped
blue.
real
I mean,
quick.
it's been this
No.
Yankee cap. It's black on black. Maybe they,
Oh,
you know.
there's some sect
unaffiliated
somewhere
sects
that
that
rock
don't
black
play that
ones,
shit,
yeah.
bro. You can't. No hats
never
in
been to
California.
Some
Never
Cali
had.
motherfuckers.
I never been to LA, and I don't think I have any Yankees. I was rocking insensitive culture caps, and
There's a gang there too. You
Cali.
can't rock that IC drippy because you'll get fucking shot. son.
Cease and desist.
I see, but
who's liable?
Yup.
No, so
That'd be dope.
with California though, it's just like New York, right? People just assume that it is everywhere, but it's probably like a 10-block radius where
Right.
certain shit can't go down.
I'm not gonna test it.
Word.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna test it. I took a
feel
YouTube
you.
video, Bubba. We'll go to
I
LA,
would
wear
would
some
for a
caps.
YouTube video. I
Yeah,
really would.
facts. I will.
See,
Fuck,
y'all
I'm
tripping,
dying.
man. See,
Y'all
'cause
make
I've
it
seen
10
That's
episodes, and that would be it.
That's
Done.
That's like a. I feel like that's like a weird thing about. Like,
I mean,
our
if it's
generation. That's
him,
what
are
Andrew
they
Callahan
going to be
shit.
threatened by him?
Yeah.
Not really.
No, but like,
I mean, no, but I mean, are you going to be threatened by him? No, but if you go into specific areas,
we go to like Compton.
knowing
rock like a
knowing
red
that you
Yankee.
shouldn't do this and you do
Nah,
it
Compton's
just
like
for
Brooklyn
views.
now.
Then they're about to kill.
Yeah,
Like they
it's
will
all
kill you.
gentrified
They
and
won't
shit.
just rob you. They're about to kill you. Make an example, big.
Right.
Don't try that shit again.
You just need a it's not worth
Not worth.
shit like
not
that.
worth
Like,
some stupid shit.
There's other
Especially-
ways to make content. We've reported it before of content creators from YouTube and shit getting killed doing some dumb shit in the hood.
Yeah,
like,
that's why I'm
trying to-
like,
Prank
fuck all
videos
that.
and shit.
Fuck all
Yeah.
that.
That's why you
But-
gotta be
It's not worth it.
No, it's never worth
Fourth of
it.
July.
But
It almost happened.
But anyway, going back to the story that we were reporting on, fucking, fucking, yeah. So I was looking up, I was listening to some shit on Ricky Martin and all that, and he obviously, he denies all of it. Says that
Right.
that particular person is mentally unstable.
Oh, God.
Other
Typical
family
LA things.
Other family members, have come out and said that person is mentally unstable, and no one has come from his side. The person who's making the accusations. No one has come out and
defend him?
saying.
Yeah.
No one's come out to defend him or anything like that. And not only that, but apparently Ricky Martin has paid for obviously the best of fucking lawyers that you could get.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Flying
So,
fuckers out.
so he's saying that the whole shit is pretty much just that dude trying to
Get some bread.
Get some
extort him
bread.
out of a shit ton of fucking money. So he's geared up for all of that, and that's a tough one because with accusations like that, even if you beat it,
They don't go away.
They don't go
That
away.
shit-
That's a
They
permanent
don't go
stain,
away.
man.
You
Look
right.
at that.
100%.
You're a nephew
You'll
fucker.
always
Yeah,
be
you're a
At
nephew fucker.
Yep.
nephew fucker.
Neff son.
A nephophile.
Nephophile.
Yep.
Crazy terminology. Some
oh
crazy
man,
terminology.
Uncle Predator.
I ain't gonna fuck. I fuck with Ricky Martin. Like that's
Oh,
that's
shit.
Fuck with Robert Kelly too.
Canceled.
oh man,
I mean, I don't fuck with Ricky
Hey,
Martin, but
That's a pause.
that's I fuck with his music, I should say. And I'm pretty sure I went to a Ricky Martin concert in
What?
I took my girl to
goddamn
Ricky Martin in Madison Square Garden.
MSG?
Crazy MSG Ricky
My
Martin.
man went
That
to
must be
MSG
wild.
for Ricky Martin.
We
That's
seen the
serious
John
stuff.
Dead opened up.
That shit
Or
must
no,
be
it wasn't We
crazy.
Seen in John Dead. It was just We Sing. We Sing.
Why would
opened
you
up.
go to that? Yandel is the
I think
best
it was
part
a
of that whole
$30
group.
Groupon. To be fair.
Nice. That was the
Yeah,
Groupon
that tracks.
He saw
concert.
the deal. He was
That
like, I
tracks.
gotta get this.
But it was like, we're here. We ain't got nothing to do tonight, and there's a show. Fuck
Martin's
it, let's
performing?
go.
Okay, yeah.
Like I said, one of the things that I was actually surprised about was like when I went to the show, I'm like, damn, I actually know quite a few of these songs. I was really going there thinking like, yeah, I'm just bringing my girl. She's going to enjoy the show. And while I was there, I was
enjoyed
like,
it too.
God damn, like there's quite a few of these songs that I know.
I cut it. I'm mad. I'm mad I don't have it right now.
Yo,
You lost,
can't
you
say
lost
it.
the drop.
I can't say it. Yeah, he lost it.
Ninja, you gay.
The Riley,
just say I even
have it.
Freeman sound effect.
Like I said,
The Boondocks.
Ricky's Ricky is the king of Latin pop, man. Like
man.
I fuck,
Whoa.
I fuck with Ricky.
You don't know.
Ricky Martin.
Dom
I don't know like that.
That's Menudo.
Yeah, since Menudo, I've been fucking around with Ricky Martin.
It's Menudo. I'm
Again,
fucking Ricky Martin.
Pause. And Robbie Draco Rosa.
You go fuck all my shit like that, man. Come on. Why is that the longest drop of all the fucking drops?
It's all the drops. Just drop them all.
It's like 4 seconds.
I deserve them all. I deserve them all.
And since we're talking about it
Puerto
Popular
Ricans are
opinion.
just tall Mexicans.
Oh my god.
every time.
That was unnecessary.
Darker.
Very unnecessary.
Every time I drop
soundboard,
that,
bro.
I love how the white people react to it.
That shit
It's
is
great.
hilarious.
Dom just looked
That
at
shit
it
is
like,
so fucking
oh
funny.
my god.
That's some white people shit, man. You be hearing the most wild things from like older white people sometimes. With, like,
Oh, yeah.
man.
They
Oh,
believe
that's
real
literally,
assumptions
I
about
think,
people,
was a
bro.
white
It's
people's
crazy.
quote, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was very.
It sounded like you saying it.
It was. I knew it was him saying it. So I didn't want to make
white
any
person.
assumptions.
Nah, so very early on in in our episodes, we had a small skit of because it was based on an older person that worked with us who would say wow that shit, but he was an old man.
Like some wild,
And yeah. So we had a whole skit where we would just come up with shit. And he said it one time on the air, and then we never did that skit again. So now it's just a drop, and out of context drop. It's great. It's great. We don't use it as much as we used to, though.
It's a good sound
should.
effect.
We gotta-
bro.
yeah, we
You
gotta
gotta incorporate it more.
No. And I've been meaning to put together another gay drop.
Gay
But
drops.
it hasn't.
A gay
but-
drop.
So I got rid of the old one that we had to make room for it, and I never got around to it. So
We
yeah.
was gonna
Just
put
use,
a- we was
But it's gonna
put a
be yeah.
pause.
I'm doing
we got
as
the
soon as we get
Ayo.
out of here. Yeah, we got the Ayo. That's it.
Was the original audio from the Boondocks used for that drop?
No, it was
wasn't
for
Riley?
from Atlanta.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Because I thought he was using the one of the pitched up voice. I was thinking Riley the whole time. Shout out to Boondocks,
No, man.
amazing show.
It is a great show.
All right, moving
Never
on,
liked it.
moving
All right,
on.
move on. Let's go.
All right, this is
Tangent Kings over here.
non-celebrity related
Every
stories, just
tangent
random
generation.
shit that has happened around on the internet that I thought was kind of interesting or just wild as fuck. So we're gonna start with this Michigan woman that has sued. You could fucking sue for anything. Like literally, just
Yeah, we know that.
Just
Geico,
preface
right?
it with that, like literally, just somebody sued
As
Geico
long as
for
it
fucking
doesn't have to do with fucking child support.
HPV and I mean you can file a suit as long as you got money to pay the fucking lawyer.
Lawyers, yep.
You can file a suit. Don't mean you're gonna
Anything.
win. You know what I mean? You can file a
yeah.
lawsuit. So this apparently this woman has filed a lawsuit for $10,000 against the man that she had a bad date with, saying that it was emotional distress.
Oh my god.
How bad was the date?
It wasn't bad at all. The wild shit is you could tell because there's I watched this whole video because there was a little bit of a hearing. The hearing was over Zoom, so you could tell how much this man saved himself by walking out on this date. Because this chick is wild. She got into it with the judge in the fucking Zoom court hearing because he was like, he was being pretty like straightforward. He was like, oh, you filed this with district court. District court doesn't have jurisdiction over here. You have to file this type of hearing with circuit court. And she starts going into all this extra wild shit. And the dude that's getting sued is literally like,
Stoked. He's like, yep,
Just
just
like-
awesome. Here we
just
go.
keeps going back and forth, wilding, just falling back. You could see that he's like, thank God
Relieved.
I left this bitch in the middle of the date because this chick is crazy. The fact that she would even sue the man for $10,000
$10,000
over the fact that he emotionally and apparently intentionally hurt her because he left her on the date that just happened to be her mother's birthday and her mom had passed away. As if he knew that shit.
As if he knew that.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking women.
Right. Crazy. Bro, that's crazy. Imagine you're like, that was a weird date. I probably won't go out with her again. Then like 2 days later, you get like
served.
You're
Yeah.
getting served.
Word.
That's
You
crazy.
get served.
Like, yeah.
My man literally, so the judge was like, did you are you planning to represent yourself? And homie was like, I mean, honestly, Judge, I was just expecting this to get dismissed.
Thrown
because
out, yeah.
This is like a wild ass accusation. And he was like, well, you got to do like a formal request to dismiss and a formal motion. And the dude just sat there because then she just started like wilding out. I don't know how much of a formal motion you have to do other than, I mean, I don't know. I watch a lot of like fucking lawyer procedural type shows. I don't know if you have to like file paperwork or you could just literally be like,
to the judge,
Your Honor, I motion to dismiss this
Right.
case. And that might be enough for him to be like, all right, dismissed without prejudice.
Dismissed.
But he didn't say shit the whole time. So
That's why you got to have a lawyer.
Exactly.
I mean, that shit, a lawyer is going to cost like legit bread. Though.
Yeah, what is it gonna cost that 10 grand you're already getting sued for?
If I were a lawyer, I would try that. I would try that at the beginning of every case. I'd be like, Your Honor, motion to dismiss the case. And it's like, no, okay, let's just do the thing now. Let's jump
All
in.
right, then.
Because you never know, it might work. You might be like, all right, thrown out. We're done. We're good here. Let's go.
Word. That would have been my move. Shit. Your Honor, like, motion to dismiss. Does that work? No.
Can we do that? Does that play here? No? Okay.
All you can tell me is no. Oh,
Checks
no,
off the
that's not
list.
how it works.
I like to call my
Okay,
first
okay.
witness to the stand. Could be
Calls himself
just
to the
go right
stand.
into your shit. Like you just try it every fucking time.
Do all of them. Do all the things that you have learned from Law and Order.
Any motions that you can
Everything you've
try,
ever
you just
learned.
try and bang them out.
Like Law and Order.
You run through the gauntlet. Like, all right, let's do this then. It's trial time.
Watched a lot of Judge Judy prepare myself for this case. Don't you worry.
Yo,
I watched Miles Lane.
Speaking of Law and Order, did you see?
Speaking of Law and
Crazy
Order.
trend. This is about to be
Yeah,
a
no,
crazy
no, no,
trend.
no,
That's a good segue. That's a good segue.
It's actually a really good segue.
That is, to Hollywooo.
Did you see the most? I put it in our insensitive culture group in socials. Johnny, I'm assuming you did not see it.
Nah, Johnny don't fuck with
However,
that.
there was
Maybe.
a Law and Order crew member who was shot to death in Brooklyn. So it and I'm going to read what it says. It says, while sitting in his car in Brooklyn, a crew member for the NBC show was putting up flyers around the Law and Order set to warn drivers of parking restrictions during certain hours. The 31-year-old male was shot multiple times in the head and neck after a gunman opened the car door, according to NYPD. So he's just
Someone
letting
really
people know, like, yo, you probably shouldn't park here because of certain restrictions. And someone just hopped out,
Empties a clip on
emptied
him.
the clip on his fucking head and neck.
They let him know that he
For no
probably
reason?
shouldn't park there.
Yeah. About to say. No, someone
Yeah,
really just
that's-
doesn't like Law and Order, I feel like here. Someone's trying to get that shit off the air.
He
Maybe
hates
they were
those
doing some old
procedurals.
other shit, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. There's got to be something way deeper to
I'm
that guy's
surprised
life.
that's
Probably.
the first
Word.
time that's ever happened. All the filming that they do
In-
all
in
over
New
the
York,
city,
yeah.
bro. Like, no one's
I
ever
see
been
those signs
accosted
all
or
the time.
jumped or.
Well, I used to when I lived in the city. I would see those signs all the time. Like,
What did
oh,
they say?
no
They were like,
parking here.
they have Law and
it's
Order
usually
sign
like
on it?
it's not like today. It's like next week. You can't park here because we're gonna. This is a filming location.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of dope, though. I would come back there at that time that day and be like, yo,
Park my
what's
car there
filming, dog?
overnight.
Let's
Yeah,
peep
I
this.
wanna
That
watch
would be
it.
an extra or
Hold
some
on.
bullshit.
It's just crazy to see that somebody was
Some dude doing his
It
job.
very well. I don't know enough to really like go
Yeah.
in and say like this is the reason or speculate and whatnot.
Right.
But apparently, dude, just as he was knocking on the window just to let people know, like, yo, this is a restriction or whatever, somebody just opened up the car door and lit him up. Killed him.
That's crazy.
Imagine
That's
just
wild.
doing that task. They like, yo, go tell those motherfuckers to leave. We got to record here.
No, you guys
And
gotta
then- and then you
leave.
get shot.
His shit taken off.
You never know.
yeah.
You never know.
You would never
No
expect
thanks.
that.
Exactly.
That's why we didn't interview anybody at Comic-Con. We didn't.
Didn't know what's gonna happen.
Shot in the
Just
face.
open
Yeah,
fire at Comic-Con. Nah, this year we going ham though.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
to
yeah.
some
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. Ham.
have amazing
Ham.
questions ready.
Y'all want to come with us?
Oh my fucking god! I would fucking go to Comic Con. That'd be so sick. That'd be fucking rad.
You just gotta buy
Just
your own
start the
tickets
combo.
and
Just
shit.
get it going.
Where is it?
New York City.
Okay.
Where is is the same venue
It's
we
the
were at
Javits
last
Center.
year?
Yeah,
son.
yeah. Javits.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's dope. Like
I mean,
tickets
seems
are
like
like $100. It's
That
nothing
wasn't even,
Right.
yeah, it
But
wasn't,
you
that
get in,
wasn't that
it's
much.
just a
nothing crazy.
experience,
We
yeah.
just drive up,
Go
and-
for a day.
yeah.
Right, I'll drive.
Check out all the booths.
I don't
and
mind.
I don't mind.
Naughty
Right, right.
cosplays.
Hell yeah, come
Maybe some
through.
broads.
That should be
Yeah,
mad fun.
we're going that Saturday. So look up the dates. I want to say it was like
It's like
October.
the 8th or the
October
9th,
or something.
like
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
October
I think it's
9th
the
or some
first
shit.
weekend of October, first or second.
Yeah,
week
we're
of
going for
October.
that Saturday. So if y'all want to
Okay.
come through, we
Yeah, I'll
have
try taking off
we
that.
yo we're doing what y'all normally do on
Awesome.
all other shit. Here in Rochester, we're gonna try. We're not gonna try. We're actually gonna do it because last year what happened
We're
was
gonna
we
try.
did it.
We're gonna try.
Last year we did it. We got too fucked up. Yo, we had this shit in our backpack.
It was very overwhelming. It was an
it was a lot.
overwhelming.
A lot was
experience.
happening.
It was a lot.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. A lot of cosplay. Mad
Like
cosplay.
I went to the RIT little Comic Con.
They do a little RIT Comic Con.
It's called
Yeah,
Toricon.
it's
right?
called
Really?
Toricon, and I went there and I interviewed people, and it's
not the
some
same.
people you gotta just talk to them first before you start interviewing them.
They're
You know,
not. They're not. Yeah, and it's the same shit. Just at a
100%.
bigger
It
It would be
scale.
the same
Nobody
thing.
does
It's
the
just
same
like 1,000 times more people.
We're probably about to head up to the Renaissance Fair in Sterling like this Sunday
Yeah.
or like in the next probably right before it ends. I know it ends like August 2nd. So
I'm gonna go
probably
in my
this week.
Jedi robes.
Probably got the Jedi robes. I'm about to throw on something crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you
that should be
Gucci,
dope.
you Gucci.
Jedi
You can get
gets
some
stuck in the
good
middle of it.
content.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You
It's
get
like
some real good
get the
content.
people
Exactly.
jousting.
You guys
talk
play
to some-
the straight man against everyone's like,
Facts.
we're at the store. What is that device you
What is
have?
that device
So,
you
yeah,
have?
like that kind of bullshit. Like that's
It's a phone.
funny shit, bro.
Yeah, that's
Right?
That is
hilarious.
funny shit.
just fucking fuck with people. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
And it's just a cool. I always wanted to go to like a Ren fair. It'd be cool.
All right, one last story because I thought this shit was wild as fuck.
Oh shit.
Let's hear
All
it.
right, let's say you're in this situation, cheating on your girl.
I would never.
Not you.
Statement off rip.
Put yourself in the
hypothetical.
situation.
Okay.
Put yourself
I
in
got
this
you.
situation. None of us would do that.
You heard that, baby? You heard
Never,
that?
never.
None of us would do that.
You're cheating on your girl. Your girl comes through the house. Lady is still inside the house, still butt naked.
I'm panicking.
I'm
I'm panicking.
Lady
my
knocks
pants.
on the door.
Wait, why is she knocking on her own door?
No, she's
She don't
knocking
live
on
with me?
your door.
Oh,
You
she
don't
don't live
live
with
together.
me. Oh, okay.
You don't live together. She's knocking on your door. She wants to come in. What's your move?
COVID.
'Cause I'm
I got
sure
COVID.
it's not the
Baby,
same
I
move as
tested,
this guy.
I tested positive.
I'm dead.
I don't want you to come in here. You need to stay out there for your own protection. I'm so sorry. I love you so much, baby. I don't
that's a
want
good
you.
call. I like that.
Yo.
That's a good. I just tested positive.
I just tested positive. Like, it's fresh COVID, bro. Like, you're gonna get it
You're
if you
gonna
come
get
up
it.
in
if you
here.
come in here.
Don't worry about that cheek
I like
clapping
that
sound.
shit.
That's
I
a
like
COVID
that.
side
The
effect.
COVID test.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Facts. That's good. That's a good
I'm
one.
about to have,
I fuck
about to
with
have one of those
that.
conversations, but like behind the door, where I'm just doing like a fake voice. And be like, I'm really busy right now, or pretend like I have like someone over.
He's
I don't
getting
know.
caught.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm
busted.
getting
Open this motherfucking door right now.
Boom, boom.
He's getting caught.
Yeah,
Open this motherfucking door.
it's like I'm room service or whatever.
This is a risky question. I
Right,
don't know if
this
I'm
is
gonna
risky.
answer that.
That is.
How you
I
gonna
mean,
afford it?
I mean,
Sure, you're
without-
not gonna do what homie did.
Without like going the smart route, like Dave just said, you know you're gonna panic. Yo, hide in the fucking closet. You know those
dead.
crazy ass fucking things. Hide in the
Pull some
closet.
R.
Hide in the
Kelly shit.
bathroom. Yeah, in the,
Kelly
you know, in the
shit.
shower. Some shit like
just
yo,
standing here.
pretty much hide because
Wait out the storm.
right, wait out the
wait.
storm or whatever.
Put your whips in the driveway. Like she knows you're there, dog. Like that's.
I'm dead then.
Yeah,
You're
no, you
gonna have
can't.
to break in the door.
prove that I'm there.
The
Yeah, I
smell
love
of
the-
sex is in the air.
She smells Jimmy hats. You know that condom smell. It's gross rubber.
Latex smell.
Dude with that, there's one dude on TikTok who obviously this shit was dumb staged, but girl walks in and he comes in with a blanket and he's just like hopping over, tosses it over her playfully, and as he tosses it over, the other girl like
Side
walks
bitch.
past and he's like, and then he takes it off her and goes, "What are you doing here?"
That'll work.
Okay.
That works. That works. Yeah, that might be the best
I don't
option.
think that'll work. That'll work on
I don't think
TikTok.
that'll work.
Only in the TikTok universe.
Word. All right. So what this idiot do? I know he did some fuck shit.
He did some fuck shit.
Some fuckery.
Probably the wildest shit you could possibly imagine. This dude literally threw the bitch out the window.
Oh my
I think I've
God.
seen it.
I think I did see that article. Like someone got
Like he literally threw her out the window.
Floor.
5th floor. She
Oh.
dead?
Yeah, she dead.
She dead? Oh,
Oh
she
my
died.
God, this guy's a fucking idiot.
So he's on a murder
So
charge.
now he's on a
and
murder
cheating.
charge and he's a liar.
And so basically the lady pushed the bitch out the window. She's dead
Yeah.
because she fell 5 floors.
Yeah. that's
He tried to
50 feet at
front
least.
like, I don't know what y'all talking about. But then they caught the dude on camera in the
Tossing
same
her out the
outfit,
window.
going not tossing out the window, but going down to the floor,
For a meter.
to the main floor, or whatever, going outside and looking at her and being like, checking him, like, oh shit, she dead, and then going
Oh, he
back
checked
inside
her?
the house.
Oh, he like checked her pulse and shit? Like he
checked
put his
on
shit
her.
on it?
Yeah, it's
Aw,
dead.
you gotta be a spectator. Like, what the fuck happened to this bitch over
Right,
here?
gotta-
right.
you gotta
Why would you go
self-report
touch
that.
Just
the
called.
chick?
She tired?
So damn. So he got away with it up until he walked up to her to be like, "Oh shit!" Like
She
He
dead.
got
Should've
away.
just
No,
called.
they arrested him. They
straight?
arrested him. Where he really fucked up is in prison. He was on a phone call
and
talking to his mans, and on a body camera from one of the guards, they caught him literally saying,
Just saying
"I
he did
threw
it.
the bitch out the window."
I threw the bitch out
You
the
fucking
window.
dumbass.
Bro, why would you?
Was she finer than his girl?
Yeah, that's the
Do we
question.
have a
Do we have
picture?
evidence?
Do
Can
we-
we
do we
see?
know?
Would that justify it?
I mean,
There's science to this.
I could see where he's coming
I
from
give
at
him
least.
a little bit of leeway.
A little bit of something.
I think if no one can have you,
She
if I can't
bad.
have you, no one
She
can.
looked like
I mean-
Scarlett Johansson.
She's meds.
Yeah, it's probably with some
mean,
mid ass.
I don't-
Yeah, she was mid for sure.
Some mid
Yeah.
girl.
That's why
She
he
was
threw her out
fucking-
the window. If she was
Yeah,
finer than his
but,
girl,
Yeah, that's
he
why
would've
they
told
threw
his girl,
ScarJo
"Get the
out the
fuck
window. That's facts.
This
That's
is
facts.
similar to, except this guy threw her out the window, but it's similar to that rapper from Brazil. Remember we talked about that probably like months ago, if not like a year ago, where he had a girl in his hotel room. His girl was pounding on the door. And so he decides that he is going to
Jump out the window.
climb out of a balcony and try to jump down to the next balcony over.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
completely missed that and fell to his fucking death.
Wow.
And he was a Brazilian rapper, apparently like a
Yeah.
successful one.
Who thought he had more upper body strength than he did.
Yeah, no.
My man's up. I'll
John
just
Wick
grab
in
the
his
bottom
shit.
balcony.
Grab the
What
bottom.
the fuck you think you want? That's wild. That's
That's some
wild.
Batman shit, bro.
That's some fake shit.
I'll just
Some
drop-
Assassin's
Drop
Creed
down this
shit.
balcony. I'll grab the next one.
drop
real quick.
Yeah,
My man
fuck
was
all
in a
that.
Bollywood movie in his head.
Yeah, he was playing a video game. That's what he was doing. Those are all
Word.
X's and
Crazy
A's to him.
shit.
What was
Crazy
that?
shit.
What was that? I
don't know which one's worse.
Game you used to play with the cop that would jump up the buildings and shit.
Crackdown.
Yeah, crack.
Yo, they would jump crazy high, right?
Yeah,
Crackdown, like you could leap
yeah.
onto a
You
building.
leap
Yeah.
on the buildings
Yeah.
with like a gun. And just, like,
Crackdown
do
was
superhero
insane.
shit.
You had
never liked
you
that
had a
shit,
you
bro.
had a
Never liked that game. Is awesome.
amp
It's still
yourself up.
out. Like
That
I
was
feel
like
like they still make
parkour to the
Crackdown games.
ultimate.
They did. They made a new one. It was not good.
Yeah, it's free to play.
It's free to play. That's
Now
how you
we
know
have
it's
Saints
bad.
Row.
Saints Row is the shit.
sort of.
Saints Row
I don't
was-
know if it's necessarily the shit, but it's wild.
I was good at Saints Row. I
What,
did like
game,
that.
what game
first.
can you be the Flash, Superman, and have a dildo bat? No games. No games. That's why it's a pretty good game to me. It's
He makes a valid point.
a very valid point.
Valid.
The only thing with Saints Row it evolved from being like a hood game. I remember the very first
Saints Row
game
2 was very like
Both.
No,
of them.
the very first one, pretty much it was like Grand Theft Auto,
direct rip
except
off the
you can
first two.
you can go to like a liquor store, buy some, get drunk, smoke some bud.
it was always
and
like a
shit
little more
that.
silly than Grand Theft Auto. Just a
No,
little bit.
but that was literally like
More
the
outlandish.
only difference.
yeah, it wasn't
The
much different.
second one is where it got really fucking outlandish.
All the
and they
fun
started-
shit in
yeah,
that,
all
yeah,
the fun
keep-
shit
yeah.
was added.
Now
The
you're in
third one is
space
where
and shit.
the third one is like where everything just
Yeah, that was the third
getting-
one. I think it was the space.
That's where I fell in love with
Yeah.
that. No, the third one is they just be like celebrities, but the fourth one's all like in space. You're fighting aliens and bullshit.
crazy.
That's when
I
I
love that
stopped
game.
playing
Is I have such a personal connection to that game, but it's because
No, I fucked with it.
get
I
it.
fucked with
I
it
get
hard.
it.
I fucked with it hard.
It's
but-
so much fun, but I get it's not like a great piece of like,
Right,
storytelling.
sure.
It's nothing crazy, but you know,
Yeah,
you have
that-
fun. I be having fun with that game.
Nostalgia, baby.
That's
Nostalgia.
what it is. Yeah,
That was definitely one of the games that as soon as it dropped, I had a cop.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Facts. You
Yeah,
see,
it was. It
There's
was,
a
it
new
was
one
fun.
coming out. They're rebooting it.
I saw they're doing
Yeah.
it. It's supposed to be like just like Saints Row, and I'm curious. how it's
I'm
gonna
not
be.
buying it.
I will because I'm a fan of the series, but that's just for me.
I'm just not
I
buying
haven't.
it.
My man Tom about to cop it real
Bro,
quick.
don't
Saints
worry.
Row
I
in
got all
space.
four
That
of
should
them.
be the next one.
I'm getting Gotham Knights. That
Bro,
looks
that
Yo,
game does
same,
not look.
same. No, I'm gonna fuck with Gotham Knights.
Yeah,
It's not
it
I
was
bad.
saw
cool.
that it wasn't going to be 4 players, and I was like, "That's weird."
played on
I don't
your
like
own.
playing with other people
Right.
anyway.
Bro,
I want to
but,
be
like,
by my
wanna
motherfucking
I wanna
self.
I want all 4 of my homies to be the Bat family, beating the fuck out of people.
My
Like,
homies don't have PS5, so I'm on my
that's
own
true.
anyway.
All my
so-
homies got the
have
Xbox.
it.
Well, who's gonna play that with
I'll
you
play it
besides
with
me?
you. Yeah, but my Gabe
Yeah.
will. One of my homies will.
You're probably
Wait,
the
that's a
only one I play
PS5
with.
exclusive?
Yeah.
Nah, is it? Wait,
No, it's Xbox
I mean, it's
too.
it's okay. So I mean, it's PS5 and whatever the newest
New
Xbox.
gen,
Yeah,
new
the,
gen.
the new
Next gen
gen
exclusive.
Exclusive. Yeah.
So PS4 Pro?
no.
No,
No?
PS5.
like
PS5,
5 and then
Xbox
Xbox
Series S.
Series S. Yeah.
That's why I jumped on the PS5, Johnny, and I copped one because I knew that shit was
Just for
coming this
Gotham
fall.
Knights?
Well, because
Really?
there's gonna be more like
Suicide
that. But, like,
Squad.
Suicide
there's-
Squad looks crazy.
There's a bunch of them coming that
I
are
do
gonna
miss
be
the
dropping.
days
I
when
can't
would
play
cop
that
both
shit on my
systems.
Pro?
Facts.
Negative.
Oh, fuck that game then.
remember
Nah, fuck that console, Johnny.
No,
get an
fuck that.
Xbox
I
Series
spent mad
S.
bread
Get a
on that
Series S.
console. And
We all
I
spent
played like
bread on
3
our
games
console.
on
Sell
that
that shit. Sell that shit for half the bread and move on with your life like the rest of us.
a Series S is just $300.
Yeah.
There you go.
brick.
You could
cheap
be an
ones,
Xbox bitch if you wanted.
Whoa, we not
Fuck
bitches. We not bitches.
We not
We are not bitches.
before I let go,
sir.
Maybe he is, but I'm not.
Excuse me.
Before I
Sir.
let go of the consoles, that was my shit. Xbox was my
PC Master.
better.
That's just
Nah, I grew up in a Sony crib.
So did I.
Sony was.
I did too.
Sony was. The
Johnny
man.
was the one who put me onto fucking Xbox.
Look, the PS2 was the
He ain't
waviest
fucking
thing
with it
ever,
no
but
more,
I got
though.
a 360.
yeah,
I was like,
even
this
he's
is
not
shit.
fucking with it.
Once the Red Ring fucked me, I said,
they
"Fuck you,
fell off.
Microsoft."
The
I can
game
get that.
exclusivity.
If I got
talked
Red
about
Ring, that
this.
would switch too.
Twice.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get why you'd switch. I never got the Red Ring, so
Lucky.
it's cool.
I used to always have problems with
I
the
never got a
internet
red
in
ring.
PlayStation.
Same.
I did. I got a
Yeah.
red
Never.
ring.
I never did either.
My Sony never did
I
me wrong.
abused it.
Yeah, but
I-
you got a red ring and you got a replacement though.
Yeah, they replaced it. They replaced it.
My
It wasn't
replacement
like
Red
a red
Ring.
ring.
I remember-
You fucked.
No, I remember I got the red ring. I contacted them. We went through whatever fucking process
You
and
send it to Laredo,
no,
Texas.
and
Sent
during
to Microsoft's
while
facilities.
while I was waiting for that, because remember at the time the drive was removable on the Xbox.
Oh, you used to be able to tear
So
the cells.
so I went to Rent a Center,
360?
rented. Yeah, I rented an Xbox.
You swap the drive.
Swap
and
the
put
drives.
Put the
That's
drive.
wavy.
No, because it was
Nice.
removable. So
Nice.
I had my own drive, so I rented it,
Yeah.
and then it came like a week later. So I only paid the 1 week rent for.
An Xbox, yeah.
You can just
Errands?
rent a console.
Yeah, bro, you've never been to Rent a Center? You can rent anything from them. Like,
Yeah.
this is the whole point. It's just Rent a Center. You can rent TVs. Like, you
You
can
rent
base-
to own, or you could
Toaster?
just rent it.
Did you rent it from Rent a Center or from fucking Blockbuster? Because back then Blockbuster
Oh, yeah, the
also
Blockbuster.
rented.
I
could
can't
get
remember.
consoles.
I can't remember. It probably was Blockbuster, but I don't know.
I don't think I ever been.
I
to
want to say it
Blockbuster.
was Rent a
Never
Center.
been to a
though.
Blockbuster?
Probably
You've
not.
been
I
to some?
mean,
didn't-
you probably did, just as
I
a
don't
child
remember.
with unrememberable
with, yeah,
memories.
with no comment.
Unrememberable.
Did you ever take me to a?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
remember.
sure.
You probably
I
have.
was in Blockbuster like literally every week.
I wanted a job at Blockbuster.
I
wanted one too, and then
to
I
work
want
there
I want
so
one there
bad.
at GameStop, and now I'm like, oh my god.
Oh,
Same
so
thing.
bad. Oh,
Same thing.
GameStop
God.
can
I'll
get
still
fucked,
take a
but
job
I wanted
there.
to work there so bad.
I wanted to work at both of those spots, and they wouldn't fuck with me.
They wouldn't fuck with me either, and I'm white.
Even
Right.
Wegmans. I wanted to work. Yeah. I wanted to work at Wegmans. They ain't fuck with me.
You know what
They
the
did fuck with
scam-
me, but I couldn't make their interview.
You know what's a scam job? Aldi's. They're always
They
hiring,
always
but
be
they
hiring,
never
they're
call.
Never calling back.
And it's
bro.
mad bread too at Aldi.
Yeah.
1750.
Yeah.
If you've ever visited a Aldi's, that tracks.
Yeah, it does.
They're
it
too
does.
busy. They're too busy to call you.
to call you.
They're too
Word.
busy bagging groceries because they don't have bagger.
The same person that is supposed to look over your fucking resume
Is in the cashier line.
exactly
register.
exactly is at the register.
That's
So it
facts.
makes sense. It makes sense.
That
It tracks.
totally tracks. Bro, all these got
But-
like 4 employees.
for their entire day. No one else comes in.
Never want to hire
Open
anybody.
and close.
Yeah, I remember.
you don't
and
want to
we
work
could-
there. Fuck that.
We can
shit.
move on from it after this, but I remember it was at least within the last 2 years. I was at Aldi's, and I was on the phone, and you know me, I have kids and all that shit, so I was like balancing milk jugs and shit, gallons of milk, and trying to grab all this shit. Yo, I literally like dropped like 2 of them. The shit spilled every fucking where. Like, yo, just milk every
Explosion.
fucking where.
That
The
challenge.
worker just looked at me and was like, just go.
Yo, I thought at Aldi's you got to clean that shit up
You
yourself.
gotta clean it up yourself. That's how you do it.
There's nobody
no
that gets
janitors.
paid.
No one to
That's why
clean
the
that
shit's
shit
so
up.
cheap
I'm
because
surprised
nobody's
he didn't
cleaning
just bring the
anything
mop
up.
and
No.
bucket over to you.
You are normally
go.
right.
You gotta
This
clock in.
happened with the one person that was like stocking shit up. She just
was
looked
the
at me
only
and was just
worker
like,
there.
just go.
Just
Walk
go.
away. Just go.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
You walk away and you hear a gunshot
Yeah,
and a body
bam.
fall.
Wait,
and
so
then
she
that's-
kicked you
that's
out?
it.
No.
like,
She
leave.
was just like, yeah, just like go
leave it.
Well, do your
I'll
thing.
clean
Go
it up.
keep
Okay.
shopping. I got it.
Yeah. So then I just go
Did the
back
milk
and grab
jug
a
prank challenge.
second milk jug just to
I would have
'Cause I
dropped
need
that
it.
one too.
Just
I'm like,
slam
can
it
I
on the
still
floor
go?
in front of him.
and just
Fuck
kept
out of
moving.
here with
You
that
needed- you needed
attitude.
some
You're
legend.
1750 worth it.
It was
Just
so
slams
fun.
a
I
2
felt
gallon
bad,
in
but
there.
not bad enough to help her. So she was getting paid for that. Anyway, Johnny, is that the end of the news segment?
Sorry.
Yes, it is. The end of the
yeah,
news
yeah.
segment.
He's rolling. He's rolling up his joint. He's good.
Yeah, he's
I was
twisting.
fixing my
Scrolling.
headphones. But yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. All right. So Hollywood.
Hollywood.
You know what time it is. We're going to be talking about a little bit of Hollywood news now with Wok. What's up, Wok, now? What's up, Wok? Anyway, so one of the funniest we constantly make fun of Johnny because when he first started doing the news segment, and we agreed like, yo, you're gonna do the news, and he's just like, at first he was just welcome to the news with Johnny Quest, and we just can't let that shit go.
Oh, you're just clowning him.
Yeah, so he doesn't know what to do now every time we start the news
It's
segment. But
just-
anyway,
yeah.
He just
it's
takes
great.
it.
It's great. It's great. I love it. I love it every week. All right, so I found this shit fucking hilarious. Apparently, obviously, we know for those of you who follow anything that has to do with Hollywood, you know that Top Gun 2 has been just
Everywhere. Just
dominating
going crazy.
the box
Fucking,
office, right?
just fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
That Tom
Fucking
Cruise
everything,
Scientology
fucking
magic.
everywhere. It is, and it's crazy to think that it is.
Has everyone
Tom
seen it?
Cruise's
Anyone
most
seen it?
successful? I haven't seen it.
I have
no.
not. No.
I saw a real movie, Minions Rise
I
of
saw a
Gru.
real movie.
Yeah, I want to go see real
My man
movies.
wore a
I did see
suit.
that.
He wore
Yeah.
a suit to the
We were all
movie
rocking
too.
Suits.
I did. I did
We
watch
did
the
that.
Minions this past weekend.
Well, I can see the
with my
Minions
kids.
like 3 times
It's not
already.
bad for like a kids movie, but you know.
None of those movies are bad.
They're not. It's like it's kids shit. So like it's all like extremely average. But you know, there's a couple times we
Yeah, I mean, facts. I saw it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But it's what you would expect from a Minion movie.
it's nothing. Nothing's gonna impress me. Cool soundtrack though for like.
But the whole Top Gun shit is shocking to me because you think of Tom Cruise movies, and you can think of a bunch of other movies
Other
that
than Top
are
War,
Tom Cruise movies that are
Lord of
just
Wars.
breaking box office and shit and just great. So to think Top Gun 2 is his
His biggest grossing movie? Yeah.
movie of all time is
Compared to
insanity.
yeah, no, that's crazy because
That is
like
kinda
MI2
wild.
was everywhere. Everyone like that was. I know that movie was everywhere when it was coming out. Mission Impossible 2.
They had Limp Bizkit on the
Yeah,
track
Limp
with
Bizkit
them
on the
and shit.
soundtrack. What was that?
Yeah.
Didn't they also have Metallica for one of them?
Oh
too?
yeah.
War
That was
of
the
the
same one.
Worlds.
Yeah, they have
War
that.
of the
The
Worlds,
horror
another-
movie.
yeah.
It's
The
like
tripods.
I like we talked about it many times, but Tom Cruise is one of those people. Every time a movie comes out, you want to hate on it. You probably do hate on it. You end up saying "fuck it," I'm gonna watch it, and then you're pissed off because the entire fucking movie you're thinking, "Fuck, this is a good ass fucking
Dope ass movie.
So,
It's good.
and now I'm just at that point where it's just like, yo, Tom Cruise is a motherfucking man, yo.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
bro.
I'm
I
just
mean,
giving
ever
it-
since when I saw him hanging out that
You just
fucking
gotta give it
plane
up.
for MI5, I think it was,
Yeah,
wherever the
where
fuck
he
he was, where
just-
he's hanging off the side. I'm like, okay, like he's crazy.
No,
like he's insane, but
he's absolutely insane.
but man, he be just be.
That's that
saying,
Scientology
fuck
And
it.
shit.
but with all of us knowing that, right? You think, why is this movie so fucking successful? One, it was a successful movie in the 80s that
Yeah.
it's a sequel for. Two, it's fucking Tom Cruise and everybody knows his movie fucks. You know,
Had
there's a
big
million
TikTok sound.
reasons
Had
why.
it had a big TikTok sound. One of the songs of the soundtrack got a huge. It has been popping
you're
off.
right. You're right.
Take my breath away. That
Yeah,
shit's wavy.
I'm saying there's a shit ton of reasons why you would think this movie is popping, right? So Sony comes out and they say, nah, I think this movie was popping because, you know, we paved the way by releasing Venom 2 in theaters first. And, you know, that was such a success that paved the way for the success in Top Gun 2.
That was
And
so long ago.
They dropped another blockbuster in between before this.
I took it as like
Morbius.
it bombed so hard that it made this movie look good
No,
and do
I
numbers.
think that's what it was.
Like,
I think
what
Morbius.
that's how I
is the
took
reason for
it.
that. Morbius is so fucking unbelievably bad that Top Gun just became
They-
the highest grossing movie ever.
They came out and said that because they released this, because Venom 2 was one of the first movies to release during the pandemic, that paved the way for audiences to make it to the theater for this movie, to make it one of the biggest grossing films of all time.
I can see what they're talking
I
about.
mean,
get
I
that.
see where they're trying to go with that.
I think they're being a little modest.
That can be said about
Venom 2 was
anything that
trash.
came
Yeah,
out.
Right.
literally anything.
Yeah.
No one went to the theater specifically for Venom. It didn't break any box office.
People went to go see a fun movie. That's exactly
People
the reason
wanted
why.
to get the fuck out of their houses.
Right.
And Tom Hardy's a big enough name. And like, yeah, I'll see Tom Hardy be a CGI monster
Right.
versus Woody Harrelson. I'm like, I'm cool with that.
People wanted to get the fuck out of their houses. Venom 2 was just one of the movies that had released at the time.
It was another big movie.
Eventually, by the time that honestly, I think we made the comment here where we were tired of seeing the same fucking trailer for Top Gun before it released. Like, yo, how long are you gonna have us watch the same fucking trailer, bro? Release a new fucking trailer, because they kept pushing it back and we kept seeing the same fucking trailer.
Like the Batman movie too.
Well, that was different for Batman. It was more like that.
No,
that
Batman
was
wasn't
in
the same
development.
trailer.
Yeah,
No, I'm
Batman
talking
was
about
in
the
development.
trailer.
Oh,
It's like
they're-
we had that trailer for like a year and a half.
Yeah, but for those of us who followed it, we knew that
It wasn't done.
we knew that they released that trailer with a quarter of the movie filmed, if even.
I think it was like maybe 15% at that time.
Yeah.
because I remember I
they,
was reporting
they
on
released that
Pat's getting
trailer
COVID
like in
September.
what's the DC
DC Comic Con.
Fandom,
whatever it is,
DC
fandom.
DC
Fandom.
Comic Con
Yeah.
shit, whatever the
Fandom,
fuck
yeah.
it's called. Yeah, Fandom. That's when they released the trailer, and we knew like, holy shit, how the fuck do they got a trailer for this movie? They still filming the bitch.
Right.
But then,
we
yes,
knew at
you're
the time
right.
too
They
that they were
didn't
fucking.
they didn't update the trailer for a long time.
Right. But Top Gun, I felt like we, even at that
Yeah.
point, we had a trailer, and Top Gun definitely came out way after.
Yeah.
Word.
I think we
Batman. So
actually,
it
I
was-
think I'm pretty sure we had a
pushed
trailer
back.
for Top Gun before we
Ran.
had the shot of Pattinson with the suit on. I'm pretty sure we had that movie was
yeah.
like, announced before.
Just some planes flying through
yeah,
the air
that's
like a
what I'm- no,
teaser.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And honestly, it worked because, but the fact that Sony came out and had to say, "Yo, we paved the way
We used some
by
pioneers.
releasing this, that, and like, yo, relax."
They
bro.
just
sad.
they
Sony
clout
is trying
chasing.
to do as much as they can right now to look cool because they did Morbius and they
Venom 2
re-released
is
it for a
trash.
meme.
Yeah.
Like they've been trying to do so much to try to be cool. They're about to ruin all Spider-Man.
Yeah, they're gonna ruin it.
Venom 2 is trash. Fucking
Morbius was horrendous.
Morbius was a little bit better than I assumed it would be. It was better than what audiences were giving it. However, it is still
very bad.
Yeah,
There's some
it's
shots that
still
look like a
trash.
straight out movie. I'm
It's
like,
still
yo,
trash.
bro, there's no way bro got paid
I
millions to
have
do this shit.
zero optimism for what was the other
Kraven
one
the
that's coming
Hunter?
out? Kraven the Hunter.
I think so. Fucking Aaron Taylor Johnson too.
What's it? What they announced? Old boy that's gonna be in Madam Web.
Bunny.
Adam Scott.
Saw
Adam
that.
Scott,
And
correct.
Bad
Why
Bunny.
is the dude? Why is the dickhead from Step Brothers?
He's not the dick. He was like
In Step
20
Brothers,
years
he was a
ago. He
dickhead,
was the
yeah.
dickhead, but he's no longer
Nah,
the
he's-
dickhead
he's-
from Step Brothers,
yeah.
bro. Is that really how you think of Adam Scott?
I view him
though?
as that, the guy from Parks and Rec, and then like what other TV
He's
shows?
You never
come out
watched
with some shit.
Severance?
He's come out with
Like
some-
I like Adam Scott. Too. Oh, I've seen Severance with him and Maya Rudolph.
Then
That show's
how
really
can
good.
he still? Maya Rudolph is not in Severance.
Yeah, he is. Oh wait, what is it? What's the show where it's Maya Rudolph super rich and then he's her wife or her husband? Yeah, Lou. That
Lou.
show.
I haven't seen.
Is that good?
That show is amazing. That show is really good.
So then, how
Really
can he
funny.
still be the dickhead from Step Brothers?
Cause,
to you?
bro,
I don't-
You gotta watch Severance. Though.
No. I
Severance
get
is
what
really
you're
good.
saying though,
Yeah,
because when I
Apple
see
TV.
him, that's instantly I go back to like
I think of, I
because I watch
always
Step
think of
Brothers
this,
all
I
the
think
time.
of the scene from the car and they're all
They're
singing. That's what I
singing,
think of
yeah.
every time I see
Yeah,
him on screen.
yeah.
I'm like,
I get it.
notes are hitting high enough,
Boats.
Emily.
Boats and
I don't
hoes.
let that affect my
Derek.
viewing of.
No, it doesn't affect
Adam
it for me.
Scott.
But
Okay, good. As
why
long
is
as
he
it
in
don't
Madam
affect
Web?
me.
That's what it is.
So-
Why is he in
so-
Madam Web?
He's great.
But I don't have very high hopes for that. Although the only thing that I do have high hopes on that for is Madam Web is the first one that has Kevin Feige as a producer.
Yeah, I did see that, and I do
So
like
it's
the lead role
promising.
they have. The lead actress they got for Madam Web, I forgot her name, but she's been pretty decent in her other stuff.
I forgot who was.
Did you
Dakota
see-
Johnson, isn't it? Or Dakota Fanning, what's her name?
Did you see the Marvel controversy right now with the Thor: Love and Thunder CGI?
That CGI looks terrible. I still haven't seen the movie yet, but that scene does not look very impressive. Like the face.
Have you watched it?
I've seen.
No.
Yeah, I've seen.
I
I've
don't know
seen
what you're
Thor.
talking
Do you
Love and
remember
Thunder.
the part where Heimdall's son, like contacted him?
Oh, that's Heimdall.
Oh yeah.
They're
Yeah.
saying that was one of the worst CGIs ever in
I
like
didn't
movies.
even notice that shit.
Yeah,
That didn't.
it does look bad. If you take a second look at it, you're gonna be like, oh
When you
shit.
freeze frame it, it looks
Yeah.
really bad. And I still haven't seen the movie yet, but
Yeah,
it
so
did not look good.
So that's the bullshit.
I gotta
is,
rewatch.
That's the bullshit. Is people they start to just nitpick every
Yeah.
fucking little thing. While I was watching the movie, it did not take me out of it.
That's
Is the
fair.
CGI bad? Probably. It probably is. Like once it hits Disney Plus and I'm looking at it, I'll probably
frame
look
to
at it and
frame,
go, "Oh, okay." Like, damn, that could have been
That was
tightened up a little
nitpicking.
bit better. But people are just looking for reasons to hate
On Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah.
I have my problems with Marvel now, but it's more just oversaturation and just a lack of like things.
I
that
saw
are-
something that made me really agree with that. Right, it's like the first few phases or whatever that shit took like
all
years.
connected. It took like 20 years to do, or not 20, but like 10.
Yeah, like it took years for the first 3 phases to come
To a
to come
fruition.
to
That
a
was
full
an Infinity
circle.
War, too. That was-
and now we've gotten how many this past year? Like I'm talking about like
Phase
shows,
4 is
movies,
done,
everything.
By
Phase
the
4
way.
is done, which is crazy.
It is, but we've gotten so much content within one fucking year.
Loki.
It's like I think
Not 2 years. 2
Yeah,
years.
2 years. We go back to last year. It's around.
WandaVision
yeah.
started last year.
February of
WandaVision
last
kind of
year.
kicked it off. That was last year.
I think I agree. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still
on
enjoying
the
it.
film side, the films have ramped up this year.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I still enjoy it and I'm still locked in, and that's I think that's
100%.
really. That's really what they're counting on is
to
like,
keep you
yo,
locked in
you
and
need,
shit.
you need to know what the story is so you're locked in. And obviously, like this shit is breaking all kinds of fucking records. But at the end of the
biggest
day,
media company.
I'm thinking like, yo, y'all need to slow down these releases and
Right.
really tighten up on the writing because it is getting
The writing's getting really bad.
it's getting a little loose. It's getting loose, and we need that shit tightened up. I am also thinking like, man, when the first phases came around and they were trying to figure out where everything was going,
It's kind of
that shit was kind of the same.
That's why I'm like, right now, I think they're just kind of figuring things out.
They're
And I
figuring
think there's
shit
still
out.
like there's some gems in this.
They're gonna
I think-
evolve
I think
eventually.
Moon Knight's was really good. I think Loki was awesome. I think WandaVision was awesome. I think Captain America: Winter Soldier has its problems, but that's more of like it just being kind of boring compared to the rest of the show. That's really what it is.
Sure,
It's like, do I really want to see U.S. Agent when I could see like Loki and Sylvie fighting in like a different dimension? Like,
I really liked Moon Knight. I hope
I
they
really liked Moon Knight.
do more with that.
I think also the 6-episode format is choking everything they can do. I
Yeah,
think that chokes
I
so
agree
much
with
what they
that.
can do with that's every project. When I saw Kenobi with 6 episodes, I was so upset.
Star Wars is different. They've been doing a lot with the Star Wars saga within those 6
but I
episodes.
agree.
Yeah.
6 episodes is whack as fuck.
6 episodes
Right?
is
That's what I'm
definitely
saying.
whack. However, Star Wars
Give me
is doing
10.
much
Give
better
me
within
10.
those 6
I'm
episodes.
cool. Like these, if you do a 10-episode miniseries, hour each, I think you just get more done than trying to cram it into 6.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
agree.
money.
I agree, though.
It's a lot of money, but Disney's got the
has
money
it.
to do it.
Yeah,
Like they got
Disney
the money
has
to do it. I just think they don't want to. I think they want to keep everything formulated so they don't have to change shit like that.
How many episodes was Miss Marvel?
It was 8, right? Or 8 or 6?
6.
6? Yeah, that's why I'm like,
If it
think
was
everything
only
is
6
6.
episodes, then that disproves the entire thing about fucking budget. Because Miss Marvel had a tiny ass budget. Their graphics was
Right.
fucking trash.
They were using some shitty. I did see that. I like the cartoon
I
parts. of
love
that,
the
though.
show. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love the
I need
show.
to get into it more.
I'm 100% in on Miss Marvel. But
Big Kamala
the
fan.
graphics was fucking. They
Yeah.
had the weakest
Yeah.
budget for
did.
CG.
It was very Lizzie McGuire as
Yeah.
I was watching
Yeah.
it. Like
I think
it
that was the
reminded
point
me
of it,
of like
though.
because there was like drawing and
I
shit
could
on
see,
there. Like
yeah,
bro, it
well,
was.
that's just the animation shit.
Yeah,
That
I
they
know,
had.
but
He's
that's
talking more
They
like
didn't
when
add
she's
the
using her-
animation in the episode the way Lizzie McGuire did.
I mean,
felt like it
I think without
sometimes.
those little anime parts, though, I think
was
the show
just
would
in
be
the
a lot
titles.
worse off. I like the way they did that. That's so different for like a Marvel
for
movies too.
for what they had, and they did very well with that.
I'm surprised that Miss Marvel's been like the big thing for a lot of Marvel fans. Like, this is the make or break of Phase 4. But like, it's a kids show.
not.
It's like
It's
weird
not.
for me.
Miss Marvel was not.
It's just because they
That shit was
introduced.
boring to me.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! It's because they introduced fucking mutants into the MCU.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
why it's a
that. I
big
did see
fucking-
that. That's why it's something big.
That's why
But
it's
that-
a big fucking show.
I think the hate going into it was unplaced.
People are hating everything.
People
So
just hate on shit, that's what
it
it
is
is.
what it is, right? So they're introducing a lot of shit, and they're obviously with a lot of these TV shows, they are introducing these new characters, but they're not placing a lot of emphasis
Not
on the
emphasis
shows.
or in the
They are
shows, yeah.
literally, these TV shows are setting up something bigger within the MCU, and I'm tired of that. When
Yeah.
it comes to a Moon Knight, I enjoyed the
So
show.
separate.
I enjoyed the show. But my argument was they should have I already knew right away the second that I saw everything. I'm like, oh well, this is all leading up to them coming together and becoming one
And then
within
when
his
I saw the
mind
second
and
tomb, I
whatnot.
was like, "That's Jake Lockley." And,
Well-
they're not gonna, and then when they didn't show him, I was like, "They're really about to wait. They're about to have that be the reveal." That
Right,
the blackout.
and where
I was
that
like, wow.
where that should have been something where we experienced that for maybe like 2-3 episodes,
And then it's
got that shit out of the way, experienced a full-fledged Moon Knight for at least another 2 to 3 episodes,
And
and,
then
gave us
big finale.
some fire shit.
yeah. That's why I don't like the 6 episodes. 'cause you
And
can
and we
do
got one episode
Of him
where
being cool.
it was dope.
Yeah, and I mean, we got some cool scenes. I like the scene, like the
There
stable
are some
fight.
good
There's
shit.
some cool shit in there. I think I think it really comes down to one. Marvel really does not have like a creative, like the style of this way Marvel movies are shot is just boring to me now. Like Doctor Strange really like made me like, 'cause I saw what's it called? What movie came out before? I saw Spider-Man, and then I saw Batman. And I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Regardless of if you show me my 2 childhood heroes on screen, I'm gonna take the movie that just looks better. Like, I don't think there's really an argument. Like, Batman's a better looking movie.
I feel
than
like
Spider-Man.
the
but
Batman.
it's
The Batman.
we're talking about different directors.
Yeah, different directors, too.
Different ways, different tones.
But I do think Marvel has a problem where there's really like a lack of creativity in their shooting styles. And I
don't
think
think-
Sam Raimi definitely changed that with Strange.
I think they're giving the individual directors
Mm-hmm.
too much freedom.
really.
Are we talking about Taika too?
I'm talking about Taika,
with
too.
Taika too. Yeah, I was saying.
Because I enjoyed, and don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Thor: Love and Thunder. Again, they gave him a shit ton of freedom.
whatever you want.
Where if you try to, where it was almost too funny in
Right.
certain parts. And my biggest gripe with it is the fact that in certain instances they should have toned down the comedy, brought up a little bit more of
edge.
the dramatic effect of it to bring characters like Gore the God Butcher to the forefront and made him more menacing. I think that it would have been a more well-rounded movie rather than a full comedy through and through, it would have just made it that much better. I'm not saying that I hated the movie or that it was trash or anything like that, but it definitely gave me the Jojo Rabbit feels of a Taika movie. Whereas if there was certain limitations for it to be a Taika movie, but also feel very MCU, like it's all leading to something, and you know, a little bit of a mixture of both, I would have felt a little bit different.
That's why I really enjoyed, like, with Raimi. Like, I think that the creative freedom with these directors, I think it's just the way, like, and Marvel's Multiverse of Madness is the most, like, uniquely done Marvel movie ever.
And I think that's their play this route.
Yeah,
is they're going to let more of the directors do what they do
instead of keeping it that format
and figuring it out, because I don't hate these things. I'm trying to look at it as seeing, like, what are they doing? Like, why are they doing this? Now, more than ever, is it actually playing out like a comic series?
Yeah. I think now it definitely, because I think when you look at it that way, I think because these are the modern comic books now. These are all these stories are being adapted and taken, and this will probably be the most viewed, like, this will be the mass, like, conception of what this character is. So, like, now that, like, we don't really have, like, we don't have the Scott Stevens, like, writers. We don't have, like, a Frank Miller director where, like, we can have this writer come out of nowhere and just revamp the entire thing. So I think that Marvel kind of has to give it up to these directions and be like, hey, do what you want. We're going to, like, here's what you can't do. Here's what you can't do for story purposes. Do whatever you want visually. Do whatever you need to do visually to make your movie and make it your own comic book. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and that's where I'm like I love and hate it.
Yeah, I love and hate it.
I more so love it where I'm trying purposely not to hate it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find what I love about these particular movies, and, like, again, I don't hate either one of those movies. I thought they were great, but I don't think that people are taking into consideration that this is just the phase of them figuring out really where this is all going.
Yeah, where it's going to go. I think it's going towards Doom.
Like, they have to. They already. We forget about the time when the Hulk didn't fucking work. The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton.
So they said,
right?
Fuck it.
Or Thor 1 and 2. They weren't massive hits.
Or
like,
fucking,
all of these weren't massive hits.
Terrence Martin as Rhodey. That's the original example of that. Is that
Terrence Howard. Howard. Like, these things weren't massive hits. They were working at it, and then they got to a point where they're like, okay, I know where this is going. So now they've already completed that. Now they're trying to go more of a comic book way into something else, but they don't quite know what that is. And once they figure out their footing, then it's gonna be like the epic shit, but it's gonna be kicked up. So I'm just hoping for all of that, but yeah, we're in a point of
I don't
the
know.
MCU where we're just like,
I feel like after watching the Batman, it really changes my expectations on superheroes.
But it's two different
types of movies, though.
I just like those more. Like,
I know.
I
feel you, and we've talked about it plenty of times. I've said it many times, and I'm a fucking broken record, like I always am. But I've always said, like, yo, DC needs to, because DC, they keep failing trying to emulate. DC keeps failing trying to mimic what Marvel is doing. When DC shines more when they lean into the darkness of DC. So, like, movies like The Batman, completely dark movie. There was a bunch of people that didn't like it, but Batman fans fucking loved it. The Joker, that supposedly didn't have anything to do with the fucking character, right? Dark movie, brought it into realism. People fucking loved it.
It's getting a sequel.
Even exactly. Even the Dark Knight series. If you want to go into the Dark Knight series, they brought it into more realistic scenarios, and it was a darker situation. Those were fucking fire.
So I know Babo's taking this, but what did you think about James Gunn's Suicide Squad? Because that's like,
I loved it.
That is one of my favorite, like, DC movies that has come out of this era ever, and I think that is the perfect. It's like the best example of like, yeah, they stole a Marvel director, but they stole a director who knows what to do with like weird shit. And like,
even then, Peacemaker.
Yeah, Peacemaker was phenomenal. Peacemaker, low key, like
Why? Because it was James Gunn.
Yeah, because it was like him and like another director, I think too. But yeah, it was the same as producing and everything.
I loved Peacemaker. I watched it the other day.
But those are examples where DC can set themselves apart from Marvel
by doing
when they get into their own fucking bag, and again shined with like Peacemaker and Suicide Squad. Those are both examples of let's get the fuck away
ridiculous
from not only ridiculous, but let's get the fuck away from
the
family
shit,
like trying to make family movies, and let's cater to the motherfuckers that grew up with this shit.
Yeah, let's
make a lot of money.
Let's let our director do what we hired him to do.
Yeah, let's let him take these.
But not Taika, or else it gets shit on.
I want to see if Taika makes a DC film. I know he's making a Star Wars project, so Disney kind of has him in their bag. But I would love to see Taika do like a DC film. I don't know what character it would be. It's got to be some fucking weirdo, but
that's Thor.
I would love Taika. I love Taika.
Yeah.
Again, Thor: Love and Thunder was fire to me.
Fire.
That's what I said.
Fire.
But that's what I'm saying. Like those were the only things that I could find. Those were the only things that I could find to hate on it. Was like
it was too funny.
Like at points, just a little too funny.
You
could have toned that down just a little bit. But other than that, it was great. It was great. It was a great movie.
I went into it when I saw it got announced at Marvel's Con, and I saw like the way they were doing the titles. Like this movie's about to be just over the top ridiculous.
Yes,
I knew that too.
Exactly.
I knew that too.
I knew it was gonna be that.
When I saw the big ass like 80s like neon font, I was because like Ragnarok was over the top and ridiculous, but it still was like a little more of like centralized and like Helga was like a real villain. But like with this, it's like fuck it, we're just gonna have like fun, and we're about to bring one of the coolest villains we ever. I don't know. I think it's cool.
And the only negative I got on Love and Thunder was that I didn't feel. I was expecting more out of the Gore character.
Yeah, me too.
I thought there was, and I really didn't feel like there was anything. Like I knew like he was the bad guy, and I knew that we had to get to him, but like he was on screen for such little time.
We only seen him
that's
kill one
where I'm
guy.
like, yeah, like. And we never actually saw him other than the first god that he killed. We didn't see him kill anybody else. So
but
how is he the god butcher? Like
he
was
butchered a god.
Yeah, but see,
one.
that has to do with
20 others off screen. Like that's kind of bullshit.
But that's where I felt,
Allegedly.
and that's the only reason why I said we needed to tone down the comedy when it came to him to just make him more menacing because of what they did. Because now it's coming
comedic.
out. No, he wasn't. I mean, at the part where he was kind of like fucking with the kids on the boat, yeah, that was kind of comedic a little bit. But I didn't feel afraid of him. I didn't feel like it was kind of eerie. So they did it well. However, now it's coming out that there are rumors that are saying that it was the studio that told them that they needed to bring down. That Taika needed to bring down the runtime. I don't know.
I can believe that because I know.
I don't believe it. I think Taika got enough fucking weight at Disney that he could do what he wants to do. And Taika, at the end of the day,
he came out and said
is not gonna do a hard. I mean, we could see all of the shit that he's done. Probably the most violent shit he's ever done is Jojo Rabbit. Like, what else has he
really
done?
is.
Sure. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't do shit like that. That's not the kind of movies that Taika does. So, this was a straight up Taika flick to me.
That's why I think he works for the Thor
in the vein of what's the HBO show he got on now? Our Flag Means Death.
Our Flag Means Death. That show's awesome. I love that show.
It felt very similar to that.
He's
and
really
now
good
that
at
I'm watching What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
I was like, this feels like I'm still watching fucking Thor, man. Like it's all
That's tonight, by the way. Yeah. What We Do in the Shadows.
I'm 2 episodes in.
Yeah, that's all that's there. That's all that's there.
Yeah.
That's all there is. I've seen.
They're doing a series on that on the movie he made. Like, didn't he make a movie called What We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah. So it came out as a movie first, and then years 2 or 3 years afterward, they came out with the shit.
Okay.
They got a series on FX.
I never knew it was a TV series.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
So
the same
TV
characters,
series.
but
No.
Same
No, but they're
Same
fucking
universe.
same.
Is it still Taika underneath
Yeah.
the production and everything?
He's
too?
in a couple of
Yeah,
episodes
okay.
too.
Okay, that's dope.
He's executive
Oh,
producer
you gotta watch
on
the
it.
show.
Yeah, but I say,
and
yeah.
Clements, Jermaine Clements is
Yeah,
is
yeah,
also
yeah.
involved.
Clements, yeah.
Clemens, yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Oh, it's-
I
it's
love
a
the I
fucking-
love the original to a death.
And the
It's like
same shit
season
where
four,
same,
right?
just like ridiculous.
3 or 4?
season.
Season 4, I want to say.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
this is season
And
4.
it's Same shit where it's like The Office,
But
film,
vampires.
but vampires.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm in on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're fucking wild. They're fucking
It's
wild.
so fucking great.
But while we're talking about the MCU, we might as well get through this bit of news. There's been rumors that Ryan Gosling has been in talks to play a character. He shut that. He did shut that down, but he has.
okay.
He has come out and said like if he plays a character, he would want to play Ghost Rider. Which I'm okay with. I'm all right with that. I like the rumor of
Not my favorite,
Keanu
but I'm
Reeves
all right.
playing him.
I'd rather have Keanu be it because I think he could just sell that like angry,
Yeah.
just
Even
the amount of angst he's got.
it's been Keanu. It's been Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus,
Yeah,
that could work out well.
That
too.
could work out awesome.
Any guy who rides a bike.
And again, nobody's talking to him about it, but he just said that would be the one that he would want to play. Yeah,
I feel like I think he's a little too much of a pretty boy for like that. Just because like if you're gonna have Ghost
be
Rider,
rugged.
he's got to be like and like you can't cast Ryan Gosling. If you're casting Ryan Gosling for the face, you're not.
No,
casting
we
so
thought
you
the
can
same thing about
CG it.
Heath Ledger and the Joker, though, bro.
I
We
know.
thought this
Yeah. That's
10
true.
things I hate
That's-
about you, bitch ass
that's
motherfuckers about
true.
to be the Joker. You can't write off anybody after that, dog.
I know, but
IMO,
like,
I'm just saying. I
That's
don't.
true. That's true.
That taught me a life lesson. That casting.
It did.
That's fair. I wasn't.
I really wanted
wasn't as
Adrian
grown.
Brody. I remember
Yeah,
back
no,
in them
I
days.
wasn't either. When he was cast, I was like, yo, this is some bitch ass shit.
Well,
What the fuck
I wasn't
is
in like
this?
the media loop back then the way it was, so I just kind of I saw the movie as a kid and I was like, this shit's awesome, and I just loved it ever
wild.
since. But I could totally get when he got casted, like this Brokeback Mountain
Everybody
motherfucker is
lost
the
their
Joker.
shit,
Yeah, I
bro.
can see that.
Everybody
They
lost
said
their
that with
shit.
Robert
That's
Pattinson
100%
too.
what it
The
was.
same thing with So yeah, we lived that with Pattinson, but I was a big Pattinson
Yeah,
defender.
I
I
supported
was
it.
saying I was like I saw the Lighthouse. I know he can fucking act crazy.
Yeah.
That was what really
I knew.
sold me fast.
Yeah. I wasn't doubting Pattinson.
Yeah.
I seen the one movie where he has like that like mentally ill brother.
Yeah.
and he like lost him.
That's
He's like a drug dealer and
That's
stuff.
That's
it
Shia
called?
LaBeouf.
Sounds wild.
That's
No,
Shia
no.
LaBeouf,
Yeah,
that was
right?
Shia- yeah,
that was Shia. And,
No, it was Robert Pattinson. He had to dye his hair blonde because the police were like chasing him and stuff.
I do see
don't
pictures
remember
of Robert Pattinson.
You know what
with
movie I'm
blonde
talking
hair.
about though? The Shia LaBeouf one. I forgot the name of
yeah,
it. Like it's like Peanut Butter or something like that.
The Peanut Butter Falcon. Something.
Yeah,
something,
that movie's
something.
cool. I like
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah,
I'll see.
I
what
never
it's
saw
called.
that. but-
Shout out Shia LaBeouf for having an acting comeback like 10 years after his main relevance. Good for him. Like really going crazy
fuck
and
with Shia
directing
LaBeouf.
a really really good movie.
He catches shit all the time too.
Though he
For
caught
random
so much
bullshit.
shit. I mean, I gave him shit for Indiana Jones because that shit was ass. But that's Transformers was cool. Transformers was real cool.
I
fucking
fucked,
love
I
that
fucked
shit.
with all those when those came out.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was like 12. If you show me bad bitches, cars, boxing, cars turning into fucking robots, boxing,
Yeah.
like I'm in.
Just Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan
I'm
Fox
in.
alone. I was like, I'm
Oh, okay,
in.
sure. Let's
Yeah.
check this out.
So and while we're talking about Marvel rumors, I'm gonna fuck some shit up for y'all.
Uh-oh.
No.
Right? So spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Because I don't know. I honestly is not confirmed, but this is a huge rumor right now. But apparently, we all know Jason Segel.
Of Muppet movie fame, yes, and Freaks and Geeks
Muppet
fame.
movie.
Muppet movie
I
fame.
like to-
Yes, we know Jason Segel of Muppet movie
I
fame.
like to remember him from what was it with
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
I Love You, Man.
Sarah Marshall.
Oh, I love it. I think of him as
Forgetting
Yeah.
Sarah
Forgetting
Marshall.
Sarah
Exactly.
Marshall, but
This
yeah.
is the end. A lot of
So
other classic
apparently, there's huge rumors that he has been cast as the Thing, and that he may pop up during She-Hulk.
movies. That I'm down
take
with that because yeah,
I'll take
that
it
works
too.
for like bang.
That's
like,
gonna
he's
be
a
all
giant
CGI.
guy. That's gonna be all CGI, and he's got a good voice. I'm totally
big
down.
guy.
That's cool. And like I
got
think
a
that
good voice,
he fits
yeah.
like he fits.
And I think
Ben's-
he would
kill
Do
it
you
as
think
that tells me too that the Thing is gonna be more comedic,
More
than he
fun.
That's
is.
what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. Do you think that they'll make him comedic, kind of like Korg?
With Jason Segel.
I love Korg. Korg is the
Absolutely.
I
best.
think it
I'm
definitely
so
makes
tired
sense
of
for
them
the.
doing
I
that.
always forget the Thing's actual name. That was like Ben something, right?
Oh,
I think so.
Ben Grimes. It might be Ben Grimes. Anyways,
Yeah,
but
Ben Grimm. Ben Grimm.
Ben Grimm.
Oh, yeah,
I think he works as
No.
that character
No,
too,
no, no.
because then like a little like chubbier nerd dude. That's what Ben Grimm usually is, right?
Is that
Yeah, Grimm.
Yeah, Ben Grimm.
I'm
That's the
tired.
thing. Oh, I thought that
MCU,
was.
Yeah, that's the
people
thing.
funny.
Bro, because for me, it's like these
Who?
are the comics coming to life. For
Who's
us.
not funny?
I said I'm tired of MCU just trying to just like making
That's why,
all
that's why I like
characters
Doctor
comedic.
Strange. That's why I like
like
Doctor
it,
Strange so much too, because it was so much like watching Professor X get his neck snap was crazy. I was sitting in the theater.
I was a huge fan of those scenes.
We were all
People are all pissed off about
the Illuminati sucked. Yeah, that's the point.
and
They
how
were
they made
supposed
a
to be
joke
ass.
out of them. It's like, yeah,
the
obviously
point.
they're not meant to
can't
be
have
a
too
big
much impact.
fucking.
threat. Yeah,
They're not. Well, they're not. They're not a big part of this fucking story that they're trying to tell.
They
and if
really-
they want to bring it back, that was in a specific fucking universe.
Yeah.
So like, stop bitching about it. That's it. Like that was in that universe. Yeah,
That's why there's-
like,
that's
the
why there's
smartest man
multiverse
on
shit.
earth made the dumbest fucking comment
Ever.
that brought everybody
That
else down.
Fucked over everyone. That
Exactly.
literally fucked over everyone.
But you know what? In another universe, that's not gonna happen.
In another universe,
like,
Black
whatever.
Bolt opens his mouth and Wanda is left as a skeleton.
Right.
And the movie ends.
Right. So
Doctor
whatever.
Strange
man.
stands there horrified.
It's a lot of plot armor in
just
that
love
movie.
I think there is, but I think there's a lot of like. I think it's like that movie does a good job of showing like how crazy of a character Scarlet Witch actually is.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, it's so like going from like her comic counterpoint to like that is a lot different. I think it shows it well. I'm excited for Ironheart. I saw the Ironheart post. I'm really excited to see Riri Williams on screen.
I did,
Looking
yeah.
all the way
I've
from
always
over
loved
there.
her comic book character, and I've always just like I want to see that. And like we need another Iron Man, and I'm cool with that being like this is the new Iron Man. Here's Captain America. Here's our new Hulk. Like I'm cool with this being the new Iron Man.
Yep. So and I fuck with him. And for those of you who don't know who Eldon, how do you pronounce his last fucking name? Enric Reich?
And yeah,
Aaron Reich.
Enric.
Aaron Reich.
Aaron Reich.
Aaron Reich. There we
Fuck,
go.
That is a crazy ass way of spelling
So
it.
crazy white person name.
He was he's Han Solo, right?
Yeah, he was Han
Solo.
Solo.
And I enjoyed that movie.
I love Solo. I think
enjoyed
Solo's a really
Solo.
fun Star Wars movie. It's not a good movie,
Han
but it's a
Solo.
fun Star Wars movie.
I don't even think it was a bad movie.
Solo,
it's a good
no,
movie.
no. Solo was good. It was ruined by the ending to that trilogy.
Yeah, I think the end of that
that's true.
trilogy sucks.
The
And I
end of
also
that
think-
trilogy, everybody was just like, fuck
Just pissed
this
off at Star
and
Wars
said
shit.
no,
I feel like
so.
Star Wars really ruined
trilogy?
it's really
The new
the latest trilogy.
Skywalker.
Oh, the new
Skywalker.
trilogy. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Star Wars always does like they want to just bring people back with CGI. They're never like okay with
I didn't-
recasting. Like I'm okay with that. Like I don't mind that.
I mean, they wanted to
properly end it.
properly end the Skywalker saga, and with that,
Came
you
a lot of
don't
problems.
want to fucking recast
Carrie Fisher.
some like very prominent fucking characters, and especially so I get that. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the fact that they hired all of these people
And they just-
did whatever they made.
They never
3
planned
separate
movies.
movies.
Yeah.
As a
That was the big
trilogy,
problem.
those 3 separate movies sucked.
Yeah. Only one is really good. Yeah.
Individually, the movies weren't that bad, but because they were supposed to lead
Individually,
up
they
to
were
something.
great.
Exactly.
I do
This
enjoy The Last
long
Jedi for its
saga,
moments. I have
Right.
problems, but I enjoy it for some moments.
It was the fact that they fucking did not connect the
They
way
just
that
didn't.
they should have.
I think, but I do. My theory for that trilogy is that if Abrams does not direct the last one, it ends a lot better. I think that the Duel of the Fates concept art and all the stuff for that movie, I've had the original director for it. I think it's Tarkovsky, something like that. All of that sounds way more cool, way fucking cool than we ever got in Rise of Skywalker. Like the idea of Rey with like 2 like blue double-bladed lightsabers and like a black suit fighting Kylo Ren on, I think it's like in Coruscant, like a Jedi temple. That sounds fucking rad. And we didn't get it because everyone bitched, and then we lost that.
They missed their chance with making Finn a Jedi.
They
should've
did.
that.
That's why that character also gets
That
ruined
too.
for me
but
from the trilogy.
But because of China,
They
they
ruined
didn't do it.
they ruined all kind of shit with that.
But
in all honesty,
it's been years since that movie came out. We gotta move on.
so
They should have just
talked about Star Wars.
If they wanted to make it the way they did, they should have just had JJ do all 3 movies.
Yep, have JJ either do all 3 or have him executive produce all 3,
Or have George Lucas do
But
it.
the fact that
Or, you
once
know-
they introduced Ryan into it and he threw some wild
Some
shit
wrenches,
in
some
there,
wrenches.
it like opened up like this fucking possibilities, and then they were like, nah, let's bring all that shit back because, you know, the Star Wars fans gotta complain.
I think Star Wars fans are the most are probably the worst fan base to try to appeal.
yeah.
To
Oh,
the
yeah.
least. I would not want to
Quote?
be Star Wars' marketing department half the
So-
time.
quote
And Call of Duty fans.
quote the pod. That's like the pod quote. Star Wars fans are the fucking worst.
Star Wars fans are the worst.
They are, and I'm one of them. I was one of
Us
them.
too.
Like,
Yeah,
but
that's right.
I'm not a
enjoyed
bad
it.
one.
I'm not a bad one. I like when they include gay and female characters. I'm
mean-
cool with it. I'm not the ones complaining about it.
Or black characters.
Yeah, or black
all
characters.
Good, baby. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all straight.
Again, the Mandalorian saved Star Wars.
Saved,
Oh,
yes, it
hell
did. It
yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
did.
Single-handedly saved
That's
Star
the low
Wars.
point. That is the take
Yeah.
my hand. Dave Filoni said, "I'm going to put this team on my back."
Dave Filoni,
Is the
not
GOAT.
even Dave Filoni.
John
I think it was
Favreau,
John
too.
Favreau.
Well, the
John
both of them.
Favreau and both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, because Dave
it's-
Filoni
it's
did his
combo.
his
Dave
work
Filoni
with
does,
the animation.
with Clone Wars. Clone Wars is the second best piece of Star Wars media, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It really is. Like, it's up there. Those like
It
from
saved the
pseudo-
prequels.
Yeah, it does. It saves the prequels.
Save the
in so many
prequels for
ways.
sure.
Yeah,
Saves
Rebels.
anything.
And then and regardless of everything that has been going on with Thor: Love and Thunder, obviously we're a Taika pod. We're going to continue to be a
Taika
Through and
Taika
through.
pod. And the fact that Taika is actually the one directing the next trilogy,
I'm excited.
and he already came out and said that he does not want to do anything with any character that we know.
That's why I'm like, I
Thank
really
God.
want him
So
to do
he's doing
Revan.
everything
I
brand
want him to
new.
do Old Republic, but I don't think he will. But
He's just gonna do
his own
three
Star Wars
Taika-
story,
Yeah,
man.
he's gonna do his own
He's
Star
gonna
Wars
do a Taika
movie.
Waititi Star Wars trilogy, which I'm cool with.
Yeah. He's
cool
gonna
with
do his
that.
own trilogy that has to do with his own spin on it within that universe.
Yep.
So
And I
I'm
hope-
looking forward to it.
Yeah, hopefully it's like I really hope we get a different time period though. Like, I like post Empire era. I really like that era of like between like the new trilogy and the old trilogy. I really do like that. But I really want to just take it. Let's get out of the original trilogy, the Skywalker side. Let's
The
go like
Skywalkers.
that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's
probably
go
back.
Let's
He'll
go back
probably
to
go
Darth
back.
Bane. Let's get
Yeah,
Digi
yeah.
in there.
That's
That's what
I'm down
made
for all
Rogue
of that
One
shit.
so lit, and probably I think
Exactly. That's like one of my favorite Star Wars films.
The number two, I still gonna say Return of the Jedi is my number one Star Wars movie, just because it was, I saw it
Revenge of
like
the Sith.
as
saw
a
it,
10-year-old type
yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
Revenge of the Sith for me.
Return of the Jedi is gonna always be my number one, but I think Rogue One is my number two because it was separate from that whole thing. But it was a lit ass motherfucking movie,
Right?
within the same
Star Wars
universe.
Vietnam movie.
And that's why
So
I'm looking
fucking
forward
good.
to Andor.
Facts.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
really
oh, yo,
looking forward to Andor. Andor's about to be.
I've
fun as a
already claimed it. I
fuck.
said it. I think Andor is good. I said I
did say
think Andor, if they keep it as, and which so far they said there's going to be a multi-serial series, so like multi-seasons.
Multi-season.
I think Andor is going to, if not be
think it's
better,
gonna be
at
really
least
fun.
rival Mandalorian as one of the best Star Wars.
That's a bold take,
stories.
but
It's a
cool.
bold take,
I think
but
Ahsoka's gonna do that.
I think
but
I think he's accurate in that because we're going to see a level of Star Wars we haven't seen before.
yeah,
Word.
I think we'll see a very very like, down to earth Star Wars stuff. Which is
Actual
what I
war.
think. That's why I love. That's why I love Rogue One. Rogue One's a Vietnam movie in Star Wars land, and
Yeah.
that's why I love every shot. Every shot's so like perfect in the way they frame things. Like,
And that's what we're getting in this series.
The way
why
they
I
bring
think
in
we're-
Vader too.
Andor is going to be
the best Vader scene
Narcos
ever
in Star
is-
Wars.
That's why I'm like, Narcos and Star Wars. I'm totally down for that.
Because of what's his face? Because
Yeah.
what's his face is in it?
Diego
I mean, I don't want to say
Diego
it
Luna.
because it's the same
Diego Luna's
character
in it.
or the same actor rather, but I mean, it is the same subplot.
We gotta
right?
bring back
they're
Joel
fucking moving
Kinnaman. Get him in
spice
that
around.
show. Get him in there.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
I want to see him in more stuff. I like him in Rick Flag. I love Narcos. I'd like to see him in like a Marvel property. Joel Kinnaman. That'd be cool. I don't know what he would
He's
do.
cool, yeah.
I don't know what he would be, but like I think he'd be cool.
I'll
But-
figure it out.
Cool agent or something.
I'll
Yeah,
figure
right.
it out.
Like a shield dude or like something like that. Or like I think he'd be
fuck
a
with
good
him.
Human Torch, but he might be too old for that.
I fuck with Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
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 It won't be a bad human sword.
Peacemaker. What a fucking joke.
All right. So, I mean, I have some non-important things that we could cover, but I think it's a good time for us to segue into what we would want to talk about. I know it's been a few weeks since the last episode, but we're gonna fucking talk about it anyway,
Anyways,
right?
the
So
best show
if
on
for
TV.
whatever reason, if you have not been caught up on The Boys, we just want to discuss this latest season of The Boys, and if you are not down with that, I guess it's a spoiler alert. But if you don't want to hear about that shit, we're going to tell you right now that you should probably fall off.
Yep.
And we love you guys. Thank you. If you made it this far, you really fuck with us, so we fuck with you. Remember to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. Have your friends and family rate, review, subscribe to the podcast. And if you are watching us on YouTube, hit that fucking like button, subscribe to that shit too. And here we go. We can talk about that shit.
Oh my God.
freely.
I've been waiting to talk about this for so fucking long. Holy shit.
Yo, this past season has been fucking
ridiculous.
And I knew that we were in for a fucking ride
from the first
when
episode.
the very first episode, the motherfucker
Termite.
jumps into his fucking pee hole.
Facts. So even my sister-in-law texted us and was like, "Yo, have y'all seen The Boys yet? Because that first
what I'm saying,
episode
like-
is wild."
Yo, they did literally. They took. I think they probably looked at all of the what the fans were saying about the whole Thanos Ant-Man thing.
They were like, we gotta
and they
do
were
that.
like, yo, how can we take this and
that's
spin
good
that
call.
shit into
That's
our
a good
world?
call.
And they literally did it. The motherfucker sneezed and
Yo, my nigga was my boy was inside the pee hole, like rubbing
Inside
up
the urethra,
against the
chilling.
walls and shit. That was the wildest shit. I was like, "What is he? No, why?"
I was watching my dad.
Like before he blew homie up, I was like, "Why are they doing this?
Why
Why
are they
is my man inside the pee hole right now?"
Why is my
And
man
then he
inside-
blew him up, and then it was just like,
It's like a
all right,
hat-
blow-
like, I was-
this is a
so I was
blow
watching
up
my dad.
Humans.
I was watching my dad watch that episode for the first time because I was already caught up on it, and I was like, "You should watch it," because my dad put me onto the show in the first place.
yeah.
And he's watching it, and he just keeps turning away like the whole time, like, dude.
bruh.
Game of Thrones has shocked me in so many ways, like with all the shit that happens in it. But like The Boys, it's every episode there's a moment where I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
There's I remember in season 2, the first time they have the head popping scene, that shit had me mouth wide open.
Yeah.
The first 5 minutes of episode 1 of season 1 is enough for that.
Where
To be
the
like,
hands?
Yeah, her hands. I'm
The
like,
first-
yo.
that's how I saw everyone on the show. I'm literally like, you only have to watch the first 5 minutes of the first
You'll get
episode, and you either like it or you don't like it.
Or you can't.
But
You
that's
just can't
it.
watch
Yeah.
it.
But I'm
You
just
either
gonna tell
don't like
you
people dying
that if
and-
you don't like
in
this,
gruesome
you
ways.
should stop
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
then and there.
Because yeah,
you don't
this
like
is
it, you gotta stop
This
right
is
there.
like the PG of The Boys.
It's like the least. This is like the least offensive thing, and they show her body getting disintegrated in slow motion. That's
Right.
This is where I'm happy that I did not read the comics because
Oh my-
everybody that was fucking talking shit
Word.
were saying
The comics are better.
that
No, they
Hero Gasm was extremely
Yeah.
wild in the comics and it just didn't live up to it.
I think
on
the
screen.
biggest problem is a lot of the
much wilder
comics aren't
could it
that
have been?
good. The biggest thing that happens in Hero Gasm in the comics, one of the first shots is it's the Soldier Boy in the comics sleeping with Homelander. That's the biggest. That's the one thing where they could have done. That'd be fucking wild if they would have done a shot of Homelander putting his pants up the Deep. I would have been like, wow. Speaking of
That would have been
really good
wild, but it
characters, the
wouldn't have
Deep
made
in
any
this
sense.
season, holy shit.
yeah.
The Deep in this season, holy fucking shit. He's the funniest person.
I mean, he got deep in something.
He got
He
deep in
did.
a lot of things.
He was trying to get deep in Starlight. whatever her name
For a
is.
long
he was
time,
trying- he got
I didn't
deep
give
in
a
that-
fuck
in that
about
fucking
him as a
squid.
octopus,
character.
yeah.
And I'm happy that they made it the way that they did, because now
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, he's cool. Like, fuck it. Like,
I'm happy
he's-
with him being Homelander's #1 dick rider. That's fine.
Right.
I think because his character, I'm not supposed to like him.
wouldn't get a tattoo of him.
Right.
Yeah, I would have got a tattoo on him, but
Fucking with you, just fucking with you.
fucking.
I fuck with Anthony Starr heavy.
Oh
man.
my God, give him his Emmy.
I love all the things that's coming towards that. Homelander is the best executed fucking villain
ever.
ever.
It really might be ever.
He just fucking rocks that shit. Bro.
when we talk about
he fucking kills it.
Facts. Only second to Omni Man. I feel like Omni Man
yeah,
fucks.
I mean-
I don't know, because when we talk about
Omni Man.
when you talk about great villain performances,
Good
we always
call.
bring up Ledger's Joker, but that was his take on it. I've never seen a character come to life the way Homelander has with Anthony Starr behind the
And it's
and also with a lot of humanity. He doesn't have a lot of humanity in the comics. There's way more to him there now that makes you just be like, okay, I can understand it.
yeah,
Like with his father.
Yeah,
Or
like with
There's
him not
more
having a
humanity
dad,
in the
like-
show than in the comics, you're saying?
Yeah, so in the comics, so Garth Ennis, the creator of The Boys, is like the biggest player hater ever. Like he just hates comic books. He really hates Marvel. Like really hates Marvel comic books. He really only fucks with like Batman and Superman. So like a lot of the comics is just to be fucking edgy, and like there's just scenes where like Starlight in the comics is nothing like her in the show. Starlight's a fuck toy in the comics. Like
We wish she was that.
I gotta start reading
No,
those comics.
no, the comics. But like a lot of the comics are just like fucking like late 2000s, like edgy to be edgy. Fuck you to like the establishment. Like it's not bad, but the show itself is definitely like the best interpretation of it. Because I think Garth Ennis is a lot of shit just like in his own personal mind.
Yeah.
But
This past season, again, it upped the ante. There was a ton of shit. Like, what was the episode with where Seth Rogen came in?
Oh, the Crimson Countess, the first Soldier Boy you
yes,
see on screen.
I thought that was great.
I'm ready, Crimson. Dude, that scene is so fucking funny. There's like the show's made me laugh a lot, but there was a lot of moments in this season where I was physically like actually laughing at the show. Like Huey, every time Soldier Boy says anything, it's so fucking funny. And then,
I had not necessarily doubts, but I already know what Jensen Ackles has been in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jensen Ackles is playing this new character.
I didn't know him at all.
Like, what?
I knew him from one thing and one thing. Supernatural, and then Under the Red Hood. He's the voice actor of Jason Todd in that, and he does really good in that.
Yeah. I have heard of that. I've heard him play Red Hood in like Batman and shit.
That's why I'm like, and then
it's a voice actor.
To his acting, the voice acting shit he did.
The voice acting, yeah, but other than that,
I wouldn't have known.
He was in Supernatural, and he was in what was this? It was like a 2000 slasher movie. My Valentine's Day or My Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine. He was in that shit.
Yeah.
And he ended up being the Bloody Valentine. You know,
I can't believe fucking
spoiler
Supernatural was on
for
TV for 15 fucking
Right?
years.
Isn't that crazy?
On the
He was doing that shit
CW,
on the
nonetheless,
CW.
bro.
Yo,
And
I watched.
I literally have watched this many
Zero.
episodes of
Zero.
it.
Yeah,
Zero.
Same.
I made it through like 7 seasons of that.
I love
Are you
Jensen
serious?
now, and I'll never watch
serious.
that shit.
Is it all right?
Seven
Like, I've
seasons.
heard women say
7
it's good.
seasons of it.
I've heard like a lot of girls say it's really good because Jensen Ackles is just is like a good looking dude.
Hey, yo.
But you know, like I've never watched.
He was
it
like
for
a
any
main
purpose outside
character.
of, like-
So he was a
He's
main
like the main character.
He was the main character.
He
Yeah,
is
that's
the
the only why
main
people know who he
character.
is.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's about him and his brother, and I so like at first it was so at first the show came off as
You bitch.
so hold on so
I'm
the
2%
at first
gay now.
5.
at
Round
first
that
the show came off as like every episode they deal with something that's supernatural, and you know because their father killed himself or whatever, and they're fighting like these different things. So it would go through like, you know, all
like
of this,
Scooby-Doo.
the normal characters, and it was 2 brothers that would, and then it started venturing into like, oh, they, you know, one of them dies, they meet the devil and like all of this shit. Then it turned into like heaven and hell and like all of the angels and like all of this crazy shit, and that's where I fell off. Like
That's why I want to fall off too. With that.
but in
So you
Jensen
used to watch
Ackles,
this with your girl, right? Like an ex.
yeah, my ex back in the day.
With your
yeah.
ex, yeah.
Yep.
It's a good show to watch with your girl. It's a good show to watch with her.
That tracks.
That's what I'm
That
like.
tracks.
I watched Vampire Diaries with my girl.
I'd rather watch Supernatural than
It's
Vampire
not
Diaries.
that bad. It's not that bad for a chick show.
I've also watched that with my ex girl, and
And you also watched it by yourself.
hey yo, we'll just say that.
I really
wasn't
did like
that bad.
I really
Yeah,
like Jensen
no,
Ackles
no,
in this role because like every like he does like I think once again it is like a lot of that voice acting like bring that voice in.
No, he did
helps out a lot.
very well in the
His
voice.
voice for fucking Soldier Boy was lit.
Yeah, amazing. How about you could suck my dick or just some shit like that? Just
fuck
Huey, yeah, and he's like,
He
fuck
His
you.
played-
fuck yous were the
Yeah,
best
yeah,
fuck yous I've ever heard.
Yeah,
His fucking
he's
shit when he's like, that's
did
what a real
very-
man looks like.
When
I
he's
was like,
sitting
very
there
well.
fucking jerking off in front of the 2 fucking viejas.
The 2 old ladies
Yo, that
just
shit
asking for some
Agent like
Astro Glide.
That
Age
was
like
lit.
fine
That was
wine.
lit.
He didn't give a
the,
fuck.
Or the shit with the TNT twins
Smoking
in the body.
joints.
Like, looks like the Lincoln Tunnel down there. Look at that. I'm like, dude.
Call Huey a
Every
cum
line,
guzzler.
yeah, every line is just a fucking a joke.
Yeah,
from
he was
him.
brilliant.
And
Everything you
honestly,
say is
I
horrendous.
loved them in that. But that was the only real reason why I wasn't looking forward to it. But I loved him in that, and because of the boys, like I actually want to see Jensen Ackles.
Yeah, I want to see him in more things.
Yeah,
I've
absolutely.
always,
I
I
wanna
wanted
see
to
him in
see.
more
I want him to be our live action Red Hood, but I think it would be too much to just bring him the voice actor for it.
I mean,
I think
as
he's
of
also too
right
old
now, as of right now, we have nothing good going for any of that shit.
Yeah, bro, we're
So-
never getting a Bat Family movie. I think ever.
I don't think so. I don't think
I
we're
think
getting
it's
a
too,
bad.
there's too much. You need to develop so much to get it to get Dick Grayson in the first place, let alone get Jason Todd.
Yeah,
They can
then-
do it with a series though.
Yeah, I know, but then they'll,
but-
they'll
They can
never
pull it
do a
off.
Batman series.
Batman series are all fucking CW.
Yeah,
and
they're all
that
dog
bullshit.
shit. Yeah,
The only
Titans is dog shit too.
Yeah,
I had
Titans is
so
dog
much hope
shit,
for that
yeah.
show when they showed that.
Well,
that
they-
was coming
the
out.
first season
it
was
could
great.
be
First season was
an
good. I really liked the
HBO
first
Max
season.
series, right? I mean,
third season
HBO
was-
Yeah,
Max
that's what I'm saying.
is all under that Warner Brothers shit. They got all the DC content.
That is true.
And they got
They
the
can get away
Peacemaker
with it.
shit. If they got Peacemaker, and they
that's-
rocked
that's
with
true.
that, there's an opportunity for them to do a Red Hood live action.
We are
I would
still
love to
getting
see
the
that.
Batgirl and
Absolutely.
all of
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
Gotham, like the
They're
Gotham
doing that
Police
GCPD
Department.
series. Which is
Let's
cool.
start the fucking petition right now.
Yeah, get Jensen Ackles
honestly,
as Red Hood.
I think they need to
Again.
give Batman a rest for a little bit before that shit starts.
before it gets oversaturated again.
Yeah.
Are they coming
Yeah.
out with a sequel?
Yeah, they're
no,
in like
they-
3 years,
they-
I think. Though it's
They're doing a sequel to the
Give him
Batman
a series that's like pre-Batman.
like a year one
So
type.
no.
thing.
So the Batman
Year one-
is year
yeah.
two.
Two.
The Batman is year 2. We were supposed to get a
GCPD.
Gotham series, GCPD, that was supposed to be year 1.
I think it's still
And
announced. I believe it's still being. It's still because I know the
they scrapped it.
They did really.
I believe
that's
they
fucking,
scrapped it.
That's annoying because there was a
yeah.
lot of good characters in that I wanted to see.
I
come
believe
back.
they scrapped GCPD, but we're still getting Batgirl. But
It's a different
it's
universe.
I thought it was
an
the same
Elseworld
universe,
story.
but see that is where they're shooting themselves in the fucking foot.
by doing
Yeah.
Elseworld.
By
I
doing-
think that helps them out though because I think
But-
if they do it less like Marvel, it makes more sense.
What is helping them out is fucking Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
Ezra Miller is making it real fucking easy
making it
for
real
them
easy
to-
for them to be like, let's just do Elseworlds. Let's just fuck
Yeah.
continuity.
Yeah, fuck this continuity bullshit.
Get this
and
fucker out of the Flash suit.
however, I'm there for whatever reason. We know that what's his name is coming back as Batman.
Yeah, we know Robert Pattinson's coming back.
No. I'm talking about
Keaton and
Keaton.
Robert-
Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Whoa.
Michael Keaton's coming back as Batman in Flashpoint.
That movie even comes out.
I've been hoping against hope that was only to transition
reset?
into not even a reset, but I was hoping that was a transition into Batman Beyond because he would be a great
older
Older
old
Batman.
man Bruce Wayne just to chill in a turtleneck and just be old and stern.
giving Terry his
Terry his orders.
passing down the mantle.
Facts.
And then they confirmed that that he is also reprising his role as Batman in Batgirl. We don't
Which
know
is-
if those are flashbacks. We don't know how
I
that
saw him
how
in the
that
suit
plays
on
out.
set too, which I was like, that looks cool.
And it's
but
I'm hoping it's flashbacks.
I'm hoping it's
and
flashbacks.
it's in that same universe. But we don't know until it comes out.
Right.
But either way, like Batman is very oversaturated right now to get
think it
some
always
shit
will be,
like
though.
that. But I would definitely be down for Jensen Ackles. To
What other
come in.
performances did you?
What's up with
anything.
that Joker sequel? Is it really going to be a
That's
a
happening.
musical?
It's not gonna. I
that's what we know.
don't think it's gonna be a musical. I think it's gonna be
That's
Lady
gotta
Gaga's
be
gonna
lying.
sing in some psych scenes.
hoping.
I don't think it's gonna be a full on musical.
No,
I
they
think it's
said it
gonna be
was.
a scene.
He said it was a musical. Yeah, probably a scene. Hopefully.
So I mean, I'm gonna make a couple scenes.
Like
Because
the
if-
Boys musical. Yeah, we were
like,
talking
it's
about the Boys season
Let's get back
3,
to
right?
the Boys. Yeah, like just like the Kamiko
That was
scene.
that
I've got
was the king.
Thank you for bringing us back.
that would stain
Somebody
the.
had to.
I was about to say,
the
what other
Joker movie.
What other performers did you really enjoy in season 3? Because I loved Ashley. Every time Ashley was on screen, Butcher's is a
arc
great.
Oh.
is the best
Always.
arc in that series.
the whole-
Yeah.
I mean, at least this past season, the Butcher arc has been
I love the
above
fact-
and beyond
Yeah.
what I would have expected for Butcher.
I really liked Huey's. I like seeing Huey just become like this is you. This is you. This isn't because of the V.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
always
yeah.
like this. And I do like. I love that his.
I mean,
love his
Butcher
power
too.
is that. Yeah, same
Butcher
with
too.
Butcher.
The second
but,
that they gave him any kind of power, they were all about it.
like
Both of
we
them.
down with it. But I was down with it too, bro. I was like, fuck these people. When Butcher in the Homelander fight in Hero Gasm is one of my favorite scenes in the whole show.
That scene.
One of my favorite scenes in that whole show. When he has the bloody smile.
All three of them, and they had him.
Homelander was on the ropes.
Down.
He was on the ropes. Dog. He was done.
Twice. They had him down twice.
They had
Butcher can't let
Homelander.
his adopted son.
Which makes me think he's not as infallible as
It
everyone
made him think
thinks.
that too.
He knows. Yeah, he was shook.
knew
He was
that.
looking. He thought he saw
Bro.
fucking Jensen Ackles in the fucking crowd.
Bro,
He's like,
that
oh,
scene is
shit,
crazy
bro.
when it's him walking
He's
through
locked
the
up.
rally, and I was like, yo, and then it's not. I don't know.
And he was shook.
I had a crazy theory because after watching this season, a lot of things become more into context. Like the whole Vic Newman and Stan Edgar thing. That's foreshadowed in the first time you see Vic Newman in season 2. It goes right from her to Stan. It's a little parallel shots. Like the whole plane scene, I recontextualized that in my head. I'm like, Homelander definitely could have lifted that shit. He just didn't feel like trying.
He could have slowed it down.
He could have slowed. Bro, you couldn't go in front of it and just slow it down, bro. You didn't give a fuck. He was
said,
done the
"Let's
second the mission was over.
Yeah, he was done. He was done, and that's the whole point with him.
I mean, that's
He
literally what
doesn't.
makes
He's
him
never
the
had to
villain.
try, so he
That's
doesn't have
what
to
makes
care.
him the villain.
That
I really
scene-
hope Soulja Boy
that
come
scene
back,
really
too.
solidified him as the.
Stay back or I'll fucking
villain.
laser all of you.
Oh, and
Yeah,
now that he knows, like the only thing that was keeping him at bay was the fact that
That video
he
could ruin
cared
him.
about people caring about him,
Yeah.
and now pretty much he got that Trump battery
Yeah,
pack.
that's what I'm saying. He literally has the Trump pack. I'm like, yo, like it's gonna.
He killed someone on Fifth Ave, and they
Yeah.
still fucked with him,
Yeah,
right? Like that was the.
Like literally, like they reference that, like if you could kill someone in the middle of the street and they
Yep.
still fuck with them. I think that the show. It is the one thing about the show I can understand people's complaints that the satire is a little too over the head, but I think it does it in a way that like.
Oh, it's great.
No, it's so great. There's like they don't pick sides. They do not pick sides. Anyone who says like the show is like it's very apolitical in the sense that it just goes after everyone. Same way Schultz does in his comedy. It's just nothing.
It makes
there's
fun
no
of
side.
politics.
Yeah.
It makes fun of politics,
I love
period.
how a lot of people are getting mad because of all like the right wing shit they're doing.
Yeah,
a lot of people are getting
yeah,
mad.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a lot of dudes who support Trump just look like Todd. None of them. They're not angry fucking bikers. It's all just like
Right.
kind of middle aged dads who are like,
are confused,
who
like
are
they
like
don't
really
know any
confused,
better,
and they
yeah.
just don't know any better.
Yeah.
I love how that has been a window
It's
into
accurate.
society. No, because
very
it's like it's the
Too
most
accurate.
Too accurate.
It's
That's
too
what people are
accurate.
getting
It is the most.
upset
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's
getting
the most
offended.
accurate social commentary in a show I've ever seen.
For sure.
My other big take about it is like it really is like the most like watchable superhero show for anyone.
Yeah.
And like
Except for kids.
not for kids. That's no one's watching this. I'm showing my 14-year-old that shit. I'm like, you want to watch some real shit?
My 6-year-old is. Oh, I'm about to put him onto it tonight.
Yeah, about that. About to show you some real
to
art.
binge watch
I've
it
been
all
dying
night.
to watch this season again.
Yeah.
Might as well give him a beer with it too.
Like my mom, who's like an Italian fucking hairdresser mom, like she was like, "What is this?" I was watching Hero Gasm with my dad, and she was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "You should watch this. You should watch this, and let me know what you think." She didn't like it, but like the fact that she was like slightly intrigued by it, it's a lot to be like, okay. Like a lot of people just don't like. If you don't like superheroes, you like, especially if you
Respect.
don't like superheroes, you should watch this show.
All right, so
No,
listen
it's
to
great.
this, girlfriend, so you can watch it with me, because I ain't watch it.
Yeah,
She ain't listening to this.
She don't
dog.
listen
to
I'm
this
sorry.
show.
Our
She
girls
said it.
don't listen to
she
this.
tuned
Yeah,
out
this
30
is-
minutes ago.
Yeah.
She wasn't even here.
Yeah, she wasn't even.
Yeah. My girl
generous.
only. My girl only comes across the.
The bad shit we say about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Why?
No, the whole
This?
entire show, just the one
the-
thing
the-
that we
the
said about
promos,
them.
The promos. If I make it a promo, it's getting.
gonna get
it's,
hard.
God,
it's under
she's
the
gonna-
microscope.
Just do it then.
Any other? Like, well, I mean, I like
go
A-Train a
for
lot.
it.
A-Train was cool. I definitely think
A-Train?
I think the A-Train and
A-Train
Blue Hawk arc was really dope. I think that it's.
I like that.
I think the message is a little too over the head. Be like, look what happened to your brother. I think I understand like what happened with that, and like I get it. I think the way Ashley tells him to fuck off is amazing. Which
Yeah,
is like,
yeah.
I'm gonna do exactly what you did, which is fucking deal with it.
Yep.
I think Ashley's arc
I
also
think
gets
Ashley
downplayed.
is like one of the best characters in this
Yeah.
season. I think next to Homelander and like.
Butcher's
and
arc.
Butcher arc, I think she like legit has some of the best like scenes. I think Ashley take that fucking wig off, like that scene.
Yeah.
I was so shocked.
Ashley, yeah.
Oh,
The PR girl.
And then
she's
don't-
ripping her
not to be
fucking hair
confused
off.
with her assistant Ashley.
Yeah, other Ashley. Literally other Ashley. But no, that I think Colby Minette does a really. I don't know her last name. I think she knocks it out the park. I think
She did great.
I think the
yeah,
girl who plays.
she's
I think
good.
Victoria
She's good.
Newman was great in this season. I think Starlight's arc is weird. I like it a lot, but I think it's definitely like
it's just up and down.
a little counterintuitive. It's up and down. Yeah,
Honestly, the only thing we hoped for Starlight the entire season and we didn't get it was her titties. We didn't get her tits.
Look, I love Aaron. I've gotten enough Aaron Moriarty ass in the first 2 seasons where I'm like, I'm cool on it. I'm done. Like, let's stop sexualizing the character who got sexually assaulted.
Butt-ass naked in a scene, and they only showed her from the neck up, bro.
Literally, like the chin
There was,
up.
like,
There wasn't even neck in the shot, bro. There wasn't.
After we saw
very-
everyone
I
else
mean,
very
completely
cautious,
naked,
right.
I
It is
saw
what it
more
is. I'm
dicks
not
than I
trying to
saw her.
force
Saw more
fucking
dicks.
That sucks.
Show
They had
herself.
Joel
It just felt
Osteen
weird.
directing that scene.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean probably because there was a shit ton of dicks during that episode and no
Facts.
tits.
Facts.
I heard there's a lot of dicks.
Were you
The Boys.
satisfied with the finale? Because the only thing, my biggest problem with the season was really the finale's kind of like a little flat, but I understand why it's flat. So it sets up a lot more in the end.
Yeah. Where it's pretty much we're waiting on the next.
We're waiting, but I think that's what the show has done so well, which is like
It is.
I
Can't wait. I
cannot wait in 2 years.
It's
And we
always
got
that.
Invincible coming
Yeah.
out
We
next
got.
year.
We got. It's always the episode before it that we get so much shit.
We get so
and
much
then
shit, and the next one's like, all right.
The next one is just
We'll
like,
see you in a
all
couple
right,
years.
We're gonna.
That penultimate episode
right?
has
Yeah.
been
That's
the
what
key in the last
few
few years.
So far, like this season, I really love the one in season 2. I love season 2's second to last episode so much. But
Just because he brought it back up,
Yeah.
he brought it up earlier. Have you seen Invincible?
I've seen all of it. I've read the first 2
I
books of the
can't wait.
comics.
I am so
So
looking
excited.
forward to season 2.
Bro, I really thought we were gonna get it this year. I thought we were gonna get it this year because it's been like 2 years since like it came out.
Why
And
didn't we
time.
get it this year?
I think
There's
it's
a
coming
winter,
out.
maybe?
It's coming out July of next year.
Jesus fucking
I'm
Christ.
so serious. There's a tweet where they were talking about he's a 10, and then they had like the numbers 7, 23, or 7, 14, 23 in it.
That's disgusting.
Right?
There's
Isn't
no
that?
excuse
I was
for
very.
horror.
I was
These
a little
are
upset.
voice actors. They don't
That's
need
why
to
I'm like-
quarantine. Like,
Whoa, animation's hard though. Animation is hard.
I get what the
animation
animators
is
don't have
hard.
an easy
Yeah.
job,
Fuck.
but like the production as opposed to like getting people in a room.
Oh, yeah, getting people in a room, you can
This
just
should
them
not
lines
be a
in.
thing, bro.
But I think I'm not sure if they do the way they used to do animated
Yeah,
series.
2023.
Yep, right. Isn't that ass?
That's a long
Isn't that fucking
time.
ass?
Garbage.
It's been
But
a minute since it's
I
been
think
out.
they're gonna do more episodes too. I'm not sure yet.
They better.
They better.
do
Yeah, if I
something
get
after
8,
making us
after
wait this
making me
long.
wait for 8 because like
It doesn't say. It doesn't give me a month, but
check
it
their
definitely
Twitter. Their
says
Twitter
so.
has the hint on it.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Oh, I believe you when you say it because
Bro, I saw that. I was like, really?
tracks.
I was like, sweet, it's coming out. Not for another year. Fun. Guess I'll just rewatch The Boys again.
literally 1 year from now we're gonna be super fucking excited.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. Gonna be a great time.
Let's see
All
how
right.
Black Panther show comes
Do you
out
think?
too.
Do you think they're gonna do something with Noir? Because I think that's a little suspicious.
He's going to be back. It was confirmed by
yeah.
the.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was
confirmed.
Kripke or
We know
what, but
he-
he's going to be
he says that
a
he has to be a
different
different guy.
version of
different-
Noir.
Which is why
Which-
Nathaniel. This is why they have an actor. Yep.
That's probably why
Yeah,
he signed
which-
on, because
That's
who
why
would
I-
want that
yeah.
shitty arc throughout the whole series for Noir? He did dick.
I love that arc. I like the idea that those guys are always just with him the whole time though. That's hilarious
Yeah.
to me that
Yeah.
they're always just chilling with him.
He did nothing.
Did nothing but look cool.
There was no purpose.
He was badass.
Yeah,
He
he,
was,
Yeah.
that scene in the
he
first.
looks
that-
like
yeah.
Snake Eyes.
Him and Kamiko, like that fight, like they had their whole shit.
The whole
that was it.
The
That
whole
was
Rolling
his,
Stone
that was
season,
his
episode
peak.
1 of season 2 is really good. I think his peak is that animated sequence in this season. That's like the peak of like me being like that's a real like
Chuck E.
character
Cheese.
thing. Yeah, and then my biggest thing about like
Agreed,
Jensen
but like
Ackles.
you can't do that and then just like bring him back to nothing. Like you just,
I think you can
brought
because
nerf him right
he
after.
had
Because there's
I cared about him tangentially, and I was always intrigued because he's like a mysterious character. At least that's the way they played him in the show.
So-
And then they do the big animation shit, and then immediately murk him off. Nah. That's,
so do you know
no way they're doing that.
what Black Noir's purpose in the comics is?
He's a clone
He's
of
a
Homelander.
clone of Homelander, and he
clone, right? Yeah.
So the reason why Homelander is crazy in the comics is because Black Noir commits a bunch of crimes as him, and Homelander just believes he did it. That's like the shittiest justification.
He's like, oh, yeah, that sounds like something I would do.
yeah. He's like,
Doesn't even try to think about it
exactly.
if he
He's
did
like,
it.
I guess I must have done it. That's why I like something like the comics aren't that good.
Yeah.
they really aren't that
That
good.
Homelander sounds kind of dumb.
The
if he's
Homelander
just
sounds
like,
pretty.
all
That's
right.
the whole point of Homelander is like, I guess I did it. He's an idiot in the comics, but like I think that there's definitely a lot more to this character because he's
wanna
so.
see it.
I really
hope
want
we
to
see
see it.
more of it,
I really want to see it, and I really do like once again, as I said, Jensen Ackles is a great voice actor. He plays that fucking eagle as Soldier Boy better than he played Soldier Boy. His voice as the eagle is like that's like the best like Soldier Boy scene I consider in the whole series so far.
So now with you telling me that, it makes a lot of sense. If Black Noir 2, the second version, is an official clone
of Homelander,
and they start attacking that.
It'd be cool because it would make more sense than it being an exact clone. It'd be the black clone of him. It basically would be like Black Homelander
because they had a whole story arc.
Homelander.
They had a whole story arc this time where we know it wasn't.
We know it wasn't him. We saw his face. We saw everything.
Correct.
We got a backstory. We got
So
his
now
whole
the
name. We got his
next
name
one
was Irvin.
being a clone of Homelander, that tracks.
That makes sense. And then it'd be like some like secretive shit. But
It'd be some funny shit.
Yeah,
People will fuck with that. People would fuck with that.
More Tony Starr.
More Anthony Starr. If I got to see Anthony Starr and taking off the mask, well, I think it's still gonna be Nate. What's his name doing it?
I don't remember his last name.
Because he's never had a line in the show. That's
what
why
I'm
we
saying.
don't know. Because I've never heard him speak.
I've never had a reason to look him up.
I've seen him in press photos. I've seen him in like their Instagram posts.
Yeah,
I've
their
never
tweets
seen him.
and shit,
Seen him in like the suit, like passed out. I've never seen him do anything.
Nope.
But honestly, I think his job acting
Nate
is a lot. Like Kamiko's is hard.
Yeah.
Because I shout out Karen Fukuhara for doing
Mitchell.
that, for having like maybe 2 lines. Mitchell, yeah. His acting job is hard. He's been in a suit for 3 years now. He's been sitting in a suit just making grunts and he's done it really well. Like all this shit, Black Noir is so fucking funny in every scene he's in too. The whole Imagine shit with John Lennon, that shit was once again great social. Like every time it hits you over the head with social commentary, but it's so good.
Yeah,
it's so.
I can't wait for the next season.
Oh man,
there's just so much
good, so many great moments.
And I need to obviously I need to read these fucking comics.
Don't read the comics. Just watch the
show because now it's starting to unpack itself.
Watch like a deep dive in the comics and like be like, okay.
That's when I say I'm gonna read the comics. That means I'm gonna look up a YouTube video.
Somebody explain
that's what I would do. I'd watch that and then be like, okay. Big, so everything's different because like Soldier Boy is completely different in the comics. Also,
yeah, okay.
There's like 3 of them in the comics.
So fuck it. I'm just gonna skip all of it.
Oh, I also think that Ryan might become the next Soldier Boy. I think that might be what they're trying to do is because there is multiple Soldier Boys in the comics, and then this other one's passed out in some CIA black site for now. Hopefully not for.
Now I'm sad because we don't get.
That's
more
what I'm saying. We don't get more
Jensen.
Jensen. I was so sad when he went out like that. I was like, damn. But I think he's gonna come back.
Yeah,
because we saw May break out of it. Like,
yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure he's about to have that moment. He's about to break out, have like a PTSD flashback, blow up a black site, and they're like, "Soldier Boy's back." Yeah, gotta deal with that shit now.
Fuck you, bitches.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's a real man's right there. Bill Cosby, America's father. That line. Wow, lot to unpack there, but that's.
I mean, he could be your father.
Yeah, right.
I
also think that twist.
We gotta ask our moms if they've ever passed out
at
a party or
passed out in LA with Bill. You ever meet Bill Cosby, Mom?
You ever meet
Not
Bill
that I
Cosby?
remember.
Not that I remember.
Woke up the next day not knowing what the fuck you did the night before.
They'll be like, I feel like I did.
I feel like I did. Well, let's go. We should look into that. I love what was the line where he was like, everything you say is just so awful and so wrong. He does some stupid shit.
I love it.
I love it. Soldier Boy is definitely one of my favorite characters.
I'm kind of sad that we just finished this last season because that means we're not getting another season for at least 2 years.
And a half. I'm going 2.
We'll have it before Omni, man.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. If Amazon wants to be a big scammer, because they're gonna start shooting in August, so I'm assuming it'll be done by around next August.
Oh, okay.
Right, because I mean, so they started. Yeah, because I remember when season 2 ended, they started shooting season 3 in like around because it ended in like October. They started shooting around November. Show came out. The promos of the show started coming out around like earlier. I think I want to say April, March of this year. So if we're correct, it's gonna be around. It won't be around the same time Invincible season 2 releases, but it will be around. I would say, in the aftermath of that, in the fall of that, maybe.
According to our boy Butcher, Mr. Carl Urban.
Senor Carl Urban.
He is quoted as saying that they are starting filming August the 22nd.
Okay, so late August, but I'd still give or take.
We might get it within the year.
I mean, we got it with
another season.
We got it within a year. I mean, honestly, let me think. Because when did season 2 come out? Season 2 came out in like October. Wait a minute.
Let's see.
Yeah, because I was in quarantine watching it in my dorm room. That's the reason why I remember it, because I watched that and then Invincible came out right after.
Yeah.
So I want to say fall of 2020.
The Boys.
It's definitely 2020 during the pandemic.
Season
It was like
2,
great.
you're saying?
I want to say fall of 2020
Season
when it came
2
out.
came
And they
out
started shooting in
September
November.
4th of 2020.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, I want to say that they started shooting like December then, and then they got it.
Oh, but we can't factor in anything that happened.
that's all
during
pandemic.
2020.
It was like a COVID shit.
It was all
Season 3
pandemic.
was a
Literally
massive
COVID
COVID shoot too, so
Yeah,
that's why I'm like
yeah.
really impressed with how good this was.
That's also why I'm like with Invincible, it's like y'all motherfuckers could have worked from home. What are you talking
what are
about?
y'all
Why are we
doing?
waiting so
Animation.
fucking long?
Exactly.
Why are we waiting so long? But guys, to cut this
this
short,
short, man.
We're
just
not
a little
cutting
bit
shit short. We're
We're
going
not
on
cutting
3
shit
hours,
short.
dog.
Yeah. We're already
Keep running it
clear into 3 hours of
day.
content. So this,
And y'all got
before-
a big ass clock on the wall this time.
Yeah, but I haven't seen the words 9 o'clock. We've been here for 5 hours.
I was saying my man's passionate about the boys, so I gotta let him.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He's
you gotta let me
passionate
rock.
why
I've been
we
waiting to
do
talk
it.
about this for a
Fucking
hot
boys.
minute. I've been waiting
About
to talk
the
about
fucking
this
boys.
since it's that comment to your guys' Instagram. Being like, it's the best show on
Absolutely.
TV.
He's been telling me about it the past
month
since I knew him. Just
Month.
watch the boys, watch the boys,
So-
Watch that shit.
Yo, so I'm kind of scared to ask this question, but do
No, we
have
do not.
anything
We have nothing
to
else to add to the
this
stellar conversation.
Hey, y'all, sub to Atlas Generation. That's all I really can add to that.
Absolutely. So, guys, if you made it this far, you are definitely a motherfucking fan of this show.
yeah.
I'm barely a fan right now.
Remember that if you enjoyed this content, remember to rate, review, subscribe to the podcast on your favorite app. Of course, subscribe to Atlas Generation.
Atlas Generation.
Where can we even find y'all? Because
So
I know.
on YouTube, you got to type us in all one word, Atlas Generation. On Instagram, it's going to be Atlas_Generation. For the playlist, you're going to go to our Instagram, go right to our link tree. It should be called Atlas Gen Radio on there. I mean, follow me on TikTok, DCAT2002. That's if you want to see more of me. Follow me on TikTok.
I do.
We want to see and hear more of my guy who sounds like Pop Smoke. In all honesty, thank you guys for making it this far on the episode. If you are watching us on YouTube, please remember to hit that subscribe button and to leave us comments, because we love to hear whether you liked or hated the show. We don't give a fuck. Just
Tell me how much you
tell
hate
us. Tell us.
And if you want some merch, remember,
say.
go to insensitivemerch.com and stay
cop some of
drippy
that.
with Drippy.
Yeah.
We love you. Peace.
Hey, y'all. Peace.
Defense.